Well, Jeep had better and better outcomes every, live stream that I've done. So I'm gonna try and keep this going. Last stream I couldn't quite hit the 3 hour mark. It was about 2.5 hours. But I would like to do like 3 to 4 hours per stream. I'll probably start every midnight, just because it's when it's best. That's when it's really convenient for me. Um, Once I get a larger phone, yeah, I'll try to readjust things to work with everybody's situation there. Yeah. And I'm going to my actual screen. Hold on. I'm going to my actual screen. We're just kind of setting everything up right now. All right, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I have Judge Mathis playing in the background. My girlfriend's watching it, so don't mind me. Uh-oh. Two young guys working at the bar, get into it, now they're in court. Go figure, right? Okay, so, wow. And thanks to the people that have actually, like, been tuning in and helping me. I should have your names down on, memorized, but I'm a stoner guy, so please forgive me for that. But kudos to you guys. It's been because of their help. They've been kind of guiding me through this game and kind of, I wanted to get the Reaper guy. I guess this guy is like super hard to get. Super, like you have to do a whole series of different things to acquire him. There's a whole bunch of other people that I'm, looking forward to unlocking. Whoa. Whoa. See, that's a new guy. I'm talking to my girlfriend here. Let's see. I've seen, no, no. I've seen that guy before, but yeah, that's gonna be cool. Look, this guy has the shield. That's the shield. And then look at this guy. He has the whip, kind of like this guy up here, and the first guy, but he uh, he's a bit different. Yeah, a little faster, a little stronger. It'll say their stats over here on the left. So his health is 156. Let's see what this guy's health is. 130. So this guy has lower health, but he has better recovery. Let's see, what is his recovery? Same recovery. Let's see what the move. He seemed to be moving pretty fast. Move speed is 30 for the new guy. This is 30. For the original guy, it is move speed 10. So he moves really fast. But it's weird because he has a whip too, but it's like more powerful. Let's see. Gains zero point 0.5 might, projectile speed, duration, and area every level. So if you really think about that, what they're trying to say is, I'm just trying to bust this down for my girlfriend so she can understand. gains a 0.5% strength, so you're going to be stronger. So like you'll do more damage whenever you attack, right? By 0.5%, pretty much. Uh, Projectile speed. So what that means is everything you shoot, if you're shooting some fire, you're shooting some, the magic wand where it shoots like little blue, like little magic shits at them. That's a projectile. If you're shooting anything, it'll go faster. Every time you shoot, it'll shoot faster at them, right? Um, Duration, I think that means like if you're doing something that lasts, I guess. If you're doing like something like you burn somebody, they'll burn for a little bit longer, like. Uh, and the area. So, like, say you have the garlic. That's an area-based type of thing, right? So, so every level that you gain, that that garlic is going to get larger and larger area of space. That's what they mean by area and area. You know, starts with one extra level, gains one plus armor every 5 levels. Interesting. Okay. I might use that guy eventually. But right now, Red Death. This guy is like crazy. Move speed 110, max health 332, recovery. Oh man. You know, luck is up, like everything is up. Might is up, speed, yeah. Move speed is 110, but then you get plus 20 move speed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This guy's crazy. Once the actual people that know what they're talking about, get in here. It's so funny because sometimes they'll be going back and forth, like, no, have him do this, no, have him do this, no, wait, if he goes over here, no, I'm just like, hey, you guys, right? But I love it because I'm learning, right? Um, so yeah, when they hop in here, they'll be like, oh shit, I don't really know what I'm doing, but they have unlocked this whole game for me. Look at this. This is a stage you've never seen, Ida. Well, if you go back, if you're bored, go look at my streams, and you'll see, right? But yeah, that one is crazy. This one is crazy. You've never seen that one. Never seen this one. I've never seen that one. I haven't done that one yet. Uh, yeah, so they're pretty much all unlocked now, except for one at the very bottom. See, now I don't know what to do. Ooh, let's see. Oh shit! And since I got this yellow something or other that they showed me, right? Look at this. Watch. So since okay, watch this. Okay. So I got this. Yeah, everybody's all. Did you get the yellow something or other? I forget what it's called. The yellow this, there, the other yellow something, right? And I'm like, no. And they're like, okay, so people they kind of guided me and they showed me how to get it. So I finally get this thing. I'm like, okay, fine, I got this. They're like, oh, you got it. I'm like, okay, cool, right? I'm like, hell yeah, right? And then, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. And then, so in the last stream, I'm just catching people up for what happened last time. So I got this yellow thing or whatever, right? And since I got it, all this opened up. These are other characters. I'm like, wait, what the hell? Like, what is this? Right? Look at that. I'm like, what the hell? So a huge chunk of, look, and there's more. Holy shit. Like, and they got different abilities too. Look. So that's gonna have you being able to, yeah, you're gonna be able to do a whole bunch. I don't. And what trips me out is like, what the hell is this? You don't know what their ability is, and you don't know what the. That's very interesting, right? So, yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna use Red Death, and we're just gonna. Oh wait, I think. Matter of fact, that's what we'll do. Ooh. And I got more cards too. Got more cards to use, which is a good thing.
She didn't press charges. She didn't call the police that night. Because I believe that medical insurance paid for his nose anyway. Okay, that's irrelevant. Once he wins the judgment, they come after him, then he pays them. If they don't, then he's fine.
Look at that. Look how fast I'm moving. That is ridiculous.
$33 for the plaintiff. He agrees with it. His only defense is he thinks your insurance should pay for it. You're a great guy, you're a great worker, but this stuff you talked about 3-4 years ago, and they already changed stuff after their fees in there again.
So yeah, I'm just gonna boogie on down over here, get this guy. This guy is like literally super hard to get unless you've gotten help like I have gotten. So thanks again for the guys who helped me out too, by the way. I'll always thank them. I can't thank them enough because I play this game a lot, but now I see why the individuals who helped me, they're like, oh, we've beat this game. We've done every single thing in this game like a couple times over, and we're going to play again. Oh, I'm like, what the hell? Like, so they've beat this game. They've done every single thing. Like, you know, they've got this game fully tapped out, pretty much. Yeah, no. They say, and they both tell me I have an issue with that. Every time I'm supposed to go somewhere and get something, I always pass it up. Well, because they got me moving super fast, and now I'm moving even faster than that. So it's like, oh, jeez. You know. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me, I think that'd be kind of cool. Gina took naked pictures of it, and now she's withholding them, so he's countersuing her. Hopefully you guys can hear this.
John was a friend of mine, and
we're watching Judge Mathis.
about a year ago, I met him at school in a writing class. He's a very intelligent person, but he likes to drink a lot. And sometimes when he drinks too much, he does some crazy stuff. Maybe gets a little naked.
Maybe gets a little naked.
Oh, sleep eating too. Sometimes when he goes to bed after drinking, he gets back up and likes to take food back to bed. I believe you woke up with goat meat all over your body one time.
Goat meat? It was carnitas. This fool can't be real.
If you're in Chicago and would like to
that sounds like a young person that just turned 21, starts partying with his buddies, and does not know how to handle this shit. That's what it sounds like to me.
But he rode her bike drunk and damaged it. All right. So you sleep with it?
How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're playing with this new character that I just got thanks to good five folks who helped me out. And we're watching Judge Mathis.
And John's a sleep eater, so he'll take it
Enjoy.
to bed with him and eat in his sleep, and sometimes it gets all over, but I believe you
that. You don't eat in your sleep, do you?
I do.
That's not eating in your sleep. You just get all wasted, and you get lazy, and you want to eat. And oh, jeez.
You need to go check it out.
That's it. That is crazy.
So you need to go and get that checked out, sir. Do you sleepwalk also?
I do.
How long have you been doing that?
Okay.
Since I was 21.
You see, since he was able to start drinking legally, since I was 21. How about that?
You know, that's just kind of.
I know, but when you get to the refrigerator, how do you know what you want
I've
to
eaten
eat?
some strange things.
You dream about the pork, and you remember your dream recalls where it was placed in the refrigerator, perhaps?
Yeah.
Okay. We're trying to figure this out together, but I don't have a problem with it. You need to figure it out. Have you been around when this happened?
John stayed with me as a house guest when he first moved back to Portland, and he called me the next morning and told me not to eat the cream cheese.
Oh, Jesus.
And I went and looked at the cream cheese, and there was obviously 4 fingers that had been dragged. So he had a little cream cheese snack at my house. And
I've
the
heard of
croutons
this,
were
but I've
missing.
never met a person that does it.
And the croutons were missing.
This fool does not know how to handle his shit. That's what you did when you first got high for the first time and came home. It was like, whoa. Yeah. All fentanyl out and shit. Fentanyl out. Off that fent. You know what I mean?
We've been friends, like she said, about a year. We seem to have a great dynamic. We're trying to start this writing team. We've got a secret club.
Mm-hmm.
But this is kind of this.
What do you mean?
It's called members only.
This guy is a 21-year-old for real, huh?
What's the objective of the club?
Just social.
What, I mean, you smoke weed and get high?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Oh, not that. Oh no.
Drink a lot?
It must be illegal in this state.
And the nature of
Absolutely not.
is that you're members of this secret club.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me what the secret club does.
No.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be secret.
Exactly.
You're a piece of work, sir. You're a piece of work. Let's get to the damages and so on and forth.
Sir.
It's been damaged. Well, first of all, I'd like to hear the history of my bicycle. I've had it since 1997. I'm extremely attached to it. It's my only mode of transportation.
It's healthy.
Today, John came into my work and requested to borrow my bicycle. Every year they have a annual naked bike ride in Portland.
Oh, why would you let him do that? That's on you. Well, you're kind of at fault for that, man.
What's the objective of that?
You're gonna have his naked, sweaty asshole on your fucking bike. Yeah, right.
I believe it was around 9,000 this last year. But I think it's a community thing. Some people do it as a statement.
Thousands of people on bicycles.
Naked.
Yes.
Naked.
Yeah. I'm thinking the same thing as you, Judge. I'm thinking the same thing as you, Judge. Aye.
And damaged it.
Sweaty culo all over your. Oh yeah.
I didn't
Well.
loan my bicycle to John.
For the naked race.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh.
John pretty much charmed me and begged me.
Charmed
So
you.
what, he walk up to you naked?
I mean, what the heck, dude?
Charm you there.
He's pretty charming.
I'm very charming.
Aye.
When you sleep. Go ahead, man.
So he worked me down, and I finally agreed to let him borrow the bicycle. I had 3 rules. 1, the seat had to be covered. Number 2, I didn't want him to drink while he was riding the bicycle. And number 3, he was supposed to return it on time. I think the first rule was covered. The other 2 were not.
And what are the damages? What occurred?
Did he disinfect the? Did you disinfect the seat after? That's all I want to
me
know.
The next morning around
Gosh darn
11 in
it.
the morning, and I came out, and John looked like he had been through a tornado. He had on a pink velvet jacket that was about 3 sizes too small, so his arms were out.
Yeah, this. Oh, jeez.
John said, please don't be mad at me. I haven't even been home yet. I don't know really what happened that evening. But the damage is the bike, and I actually brought pictures.
Let's see them. What were the damages and how did he say they occurred? Or is this when he said he doesn't remember?
I think he
how it occurred?
got on a wreck in a bicycle. He had scrapes on his face.
Gotcha.
He's denying, but you can see in the pictures there's paint scraped off. The lights were missing. I'd already had the tire fixed, but if you notice in one of the pictures, There's a different time on the back. They had to just pretty much put the bike together so it was rideable.
Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's good.
Sorry, what do you want to tell me?
That's
She
good.
agreed not to take any pictures of me as I was riding riding her bicycle naked.
All right, and what does that have to do with the damage?
Oh well, I didn't wreck her bike. I mean, she knew that when you're in a nude bike race, there's inherent
jeez.
risk. You know, um, there's a lot of people and fanfare.
A lot of farts.
Damages to a bicycle, I suppose.
Okay.
The tire did get flattened.
How?
I
All
don't know.
kinds of unwanted things.
You can't recall how the tires were damaged. You certainly can't recall how it was scratched. Your counterclaim
Black garlic.
is for what?
She is hoarding nude pictures of me.
That's not true.
So what are you suing for? Invasion of privacy? Is that what you're suggesting?
Pain and suffering.
For what?
She has naked pictures of me.
Yeah, like that don't make no sense. Yeah. She has naked pictures of me. Are you serious right now? He's young. He's young. You know, jeez.
And damaged it. What you're suggesting is that she invaded your privacy, and the fact is you can only invade a person's privacy if they expect
Okay,
to be private.
I get that.
Well, you showed everyone. You had no expectation of privacy.
She did promise that she wasn't going to take pictures, and she had, so I'm riding along, on my bike, and
How you made a little sound effect?
I look over and it's Gina, and then I see a flash, and
There was 100 cameras flashing there. There was hundreds of people watching you guys ride by naked on your bicycles.
$183 is your judgment for the property damage.
You're wasting my time now.
How he damaged the tires. He admits that he was so drunk that he can't recall how the tires were damaged. And I therefore believe that he was also drunk when he damaged the paint or scraped the bike on the same day because he was drunk. Your counterclaim for $1,000 for emotional distress is dismissed. You went out voluntarily among thousands of people naked. And as he said, they were taking pictures and you had all types of freaks there going on taking your pictures.
That's funny.
John, I don't have naked pictures of you. I promise I did not take any pictures of you when you rode by.
I love you, Gina.
I love you, Gina.
She said yes. So.
I'll have to think about it.
I love you, Gina. Oh, jeez. I didn't think this game could get any funner. Thanks to my viewers from the last couple of streams that helped me get this far. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to keep thanking you guys.
Real cases before a real judge. Plaintiff Carolyn Lawrence reconciled with the defendant after their divorce. But once they made the decision to finally end the relationship, the defendant sent her pictures of him with another woman. Carolyn suing her ex today for a plane ticket. Defendant Jolly Barnes says after he and Carolyn broke up for good, she called all of his female friends and told them that Jolly had several sexually transmitted diseases. Jolly is countersuing for defamation and half the cost of a vacation. We start with you.
Good morning, Judge. I love Jolly Barnes, and he has just shown me nothing
Hey,
but
how you doing, man?
disrespect and disregard for my feelings.
Thanks again for coming back.
All these
I'm
text
gonna
messages and
start
all
off
these
doing
different
this every,
all these different women that
starting off
had
every
our relationship,
morning, actually, midnight.
the relationship we've had
It
since.
just works out well for my schedule. Eventually, we'll figure something out that works for everyone.
We got
Thanks
back
for
together
coming back,
in
man. I appreciate it.
2006.
We're sitting here, we're watching Judge Mathis on one tablet, and I'm watching the stream on YouTube on another.
Infinitely on
So.
his half.
And what are you upset
This
about?
way I could read your comments in
I'm
full.
upset.
Yeah.
He's,
No, you said something
yeah,
about
you're
me.
right. Yeah, the different women, and he said he's changed. He said he changed in 2006.
Okay. I can't keep up with this. I want you to keep up with
This character is crazy. What the heck, man?
06 and 2011.
Right.
Absolutely.
He said he's changed. He said he changed in 2006.
How you guys doing? How you guys
I
doing?
can't keep up with this. You keep up with his changes, but I don't.
Every
06 and 2011.
every morning at
Carolyn Barnes is suing her
midnight is
ex-husband,
when I'm gonna
who claims after they broke up, she
go
told
live
all of
there.
his female
Just works out
friends
for me.
that he had several sexually transmitted
To
diseases.
be honest, I used to live in a really horrible neighborhood where they'd be like shooting and fighting and killing and robbing, and it just kept me up at night. I would just stay up all night, sleep during the day. So I'm still in that.
We started traveling, doing the things that we wanted to do when we were married.
Yeah, I gotta kind of convert my sleeping habits and stuff. But I still work and I still do what I gotta
And he
do.
eventually paid me for any arrangements that were made.
Oh,
In 2011,
I keep forgetting those
we were
golden
going to
eggs, don't
Blackout
I?
Reunion
See?
in Los Angeles.
That's a lot.
Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Where'd they go?
Okay.
We discussed this while on a trip in Las Vegas because he had never flown before. We flew to Las Vegas. That was the first time ever flying.
All right, but you were discussing California.
Correct. And he was
See?
all excited and go home. He even had his family out there. He was
Oh,
saying he
man.
would go see his family.
They say that's not good for you though. So we gotta figure that one out. I do, and you do as well, or anybody else for that matter. That's not really getting much sleep. Now, mind you, I'm a go-getter. So if I was like running a bunch of businesses and I had to fly here and fly there and fly here and fly there and fly, if I was Donald Trump or somebody crazy, and I had to, and it was lucrative and I'm making money and I'm meeting people, and, oh yeah, I couldn't sleep. I'd have to figure out how to sleep. Oh jeez. Well, maybe I could send you some cannabis lotion. We do have the best cannabis in California. So if your state is recreational and it's legal, I can actually ship it to you. So, and it's legal. We're not going to prison. You won't get in trouble. You just got to be 21. And you got to, have your ID and all that.
Sexual diseases.
Yeah, you and me both. I just got a new strain. It's a Pineapple Express crossed with Platinum Bubba. It's one of my favorite strains. There's no real name for it, but it's super. Oh, geez, it's great. It's great. I have a bunch of that. So if you were the one individual who said it was recreationally legal in your state, then I can ship to you. So yeah, just let me know. Let's see. Oh, that was a different one. Yeah, I have a couple of different strands. The one I was just mentioning was the latest one I just acquired.
Yeah, she kept asking me over and over, numerous times. Saying the same thing over and over. Kept saying the same thing.
Oh, you're talking about the papaya runs.
She's just hard at it.
The papaya runs is pretty good.
That you want green, and no, you don't know what you're talking about. You want red.
That's not true. I don't know how that is.
Our trip in Las Vegas was a total disaster. Why? Because you know how people say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? Mine was rated G. Not a R, not PG, but G.
Oh, jeez.
been back together by then. About 2 years before we
You
went
don't
to
have to
Vegas.
have
Like I
a
said,
X-rated adventure every time you go to Vegas. There's good food in Vegas. There's shit. You know, I've been talking to my girlfriend because I love to cook, but
yes, she did. She just wasn't over the top. Like she wasn't. She wasn't fun, Your Honor. It was
oh
no
wow,
touching, no sexual. Oh, so you didn't have any
White
intimacy with
Rhino.
her? No.
Yeah, that White Rhino is
No
good.
touching, no nothing. Your Honor,
The White Rhino is really good,
we've been together
actually.
for 2 years. You go to Vegas together. You have made her mad about something.
Damn, maybe we should meet up there one of these years. You know what's crazy? They have a cannabis mall there. So yeah, you would literally go in and just like you would walk into a regular mall. There's just a bunch of different cannabis clubs, all different, head shops, and I gotta check that out. But you know what's crazy? They're getting the best weed. They probably have some of the shit that I have right now, and they're selling it for fucking yeah, a couple $100 for the fucking half. Like it's just it makes sense because it's quality and it's yeah, but damn, you know. Uh, one strain that I am just like mind fucked over, like it really fucked my mind up a little bit, was the it's called garlic cookies. Now, when you try to ask for we got no, I mean that's good too though, right? Depending on if you get it from a true company or certain brands, they're really good. But no, you want like man, this garlic cookies. It tastes like garlic, smells like garlic, and at first you're like, I don't want my weed to taste like, smell like. Oh, it's just dank. It is the hardest, the craziest indica you will ever smoke. Yeah, man, that's what I'm trying to get my hands on. I'm trying to grow that. That's like the best Humboldt County. That and Cantaloupe Kush are like the 2024 strains that I would recommend everybody go out and try to. You can't really find. You can't. You're gonna have a hard time finding the garlic cookies. That's like celebrity weed. Like all the big wigs, they buy it all up, so it's hard to find. But what you do is you look for this one strain called the Judge, and that's a cross of garlic cookies and something else. That's the most common strain that you can find. It's called the Judge, and it's expensive as a motherfucker. It was like $600 an ounce last time I seen it somewhere. $500 or $600 an ounce. I can't remember. But it's so worth it. I mean, I say it's worth it. And I can't even. I don't have a penny to throw. I don't have. I don't have no money. But I'm telling you, if you save up or if you hit the lottery or I don't know, something happens, you make a couple extra bucks somehow. Everybody says that. Everybody says, "What are you, 600? Oh my God, I would have never." But you know what's funny? Anybody who says that, once you smoke it, once you smell it, you're right. Well, there's a lot of good weed out there that you can get for a decent price. But like this stuff, I'm telling you, this is for Snoop Dogg. This is rapper weed. This is not. Yeah, no, this isn't and I'm glad that we've gotten to the point to where there's good weed for every budget. I got a lot of people I know that are on SSI and they're on fixed income. Well, well, and it's crazy. Well, I think the reason why it's so advanced here is because even way before it was even legal anywhere, California was known for having just like the craziest cannabis. I remember as a kid coming down here, my elders would be growing, and oh yeah, most of the country it's cheaper. Yeah, my buddy, 'cause I used to live in Colorado, and my buddies out there, they're paying. I don't know what they're paying for weed per se, because I got a couple of homies that own cannabis clubs. I should ask them, but gas, they're paying like $2. They're paying two something a gallon. Where it's like, I live in the nicer part of Sacramento, and they're paying like 4.50, 4.80, 4.90, almost $5. But I've lived all throughout Sacramento, so I go to the hood to get my gas. It's a little risky, but okay, okay. Yeah, okay. About the same. Yeah.
Canceled the trip. And had he agreed to repay the plane ticket?
I tell you what, man.
All right. What do you have there?
A voicemail to play for you.
Oh, there it is. That's what I was actually hunting for. This guy right here.
Document stating that I paid $500 and I owe you 30 for the transmission, and then put up some documents that say
I love how fast this guy goes, especially in the hyper mode or whatever, yeah, mode.
you put up some documents. But I know I owe you $300. You know what I mean? So,
Whoa, 270. Dang, see?
I did not admit to the plane
270.
ticket, Your Honor. I admit that.
Yeah.
$300.
What document did you want to print up regarding the plane ticket?
Okay, I told her to write up something stating that I owe you money for a plane
Hey.
ticket. I think I do.
Document.
Whatever, I don't know whenever she's going to come. She was
What
saying
the
that she
heck?
was threatening to take me to
I
court.
feel like I've been hit.
So, getting her to print up a document instead of denying that you owe are two different things. Go ahead, your
I thought I was supposed to get a character. There was a coffin right here. Oh, maybe I gotta finish killing off all these guys and then. Wait, but the coffin never disappears. Oh,
She took
shoot.
numbers off my cell phone and called numerous female friends of mine and stated that if they had
Okay.
relations with me,
You know, I
checked out because they had an STD.
2024 has been a year where I'm really trying to shake the tobacco, but I still have like a vaporizer thing, which I'm trying to. Man, oh shoot! You know what? Because you live here in America. Like, okay, check this out. I know some people, like, you know, just by streaming and stuff like that, and they have told me things about, you know, just about their politics in Australia, for instance, or like I know a lot of people in Australia, right? And they're like, oh yeah, you know, we don't really like to talk politics, so I really don't talk about it too much with them. But I find out that they force you to vote in Australia. If you don't vote in Australia, guess what they do? They fine you. And I don't know if the fine gets higher and higher and higher every year you don't, or every time you don't vote. Hey man, I'm trying to go out there. I want to go. I want to travel the world, man. You know, I want to see it all, do it all. You know, not drug wise, but you know, I want food wise. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, man, get out there. Oh man, more. Okay, more. You know, there's like 1,000 trophies for the PlayStation version of this game. It's crazy.
If you don't have a name on it, that means whoever has possession of it is the winner. So
Man.
unless someone's name is on here, she didn't gain anything.
Okay.
You didn't lose anything.
Let's see. I'm trying
As far as I
to.
know, because I don't see anyone's name saying they won something. She could have picked this up off the ground. Sir, your cost of vacation, I can't grant you.
How you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We're watching Judge Mathis on one tablet, and we're watching the stream on another tablet. Just so you guys know.
That certainly harmed his reputation in a big way. So I'm going to grant him $2,000 for the defamation and grant you, ma'am, $456 for the plane ticket. And you will subtract the $456 from the $2,000. $1,544, Judge. Have a good day.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. I could do that with this guy, right?
Never wanted to hurt your reputation, but you gotta get things together. You know that, John.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate it, by the way, too. With all your guys' help, this might be the first time I ever get a platinum trophy, and I've had PlayStation since day one. I think that's just a testament to my ADD or ADHD or whatever the fuck you want to call it. D. But can I use this guy to do it?
Dutch Bros. Real cases before a real judge.
Okay. Well, we'll do this. We'll do this run and just try to see what happens here, what I can get, what kind of trophies I can unlock. Oh, okay.
Anita says her daughter recently assaulted her and injured her shoulder, and she's suing her today for moving expenses. Defendant Angelique Roberto says her relationship with her mother has been filled with turmoil because she's nothing but a pill-following liar. Angelique is countersuing for harassment.
See, this is.
She sent the police and child protective services to her.
I hope I never have to go to court for anything. I hate being too judgmental when it comes to stuff like this.
We've been close for most of her life. At least I always felt like we were. But in recent years, there's just been a lot of disrespect and even violence against me from my daughter.
Oh boy.
Probably since about the time she was 15.
Don't hit your parents, please. Oh man, don't hit your parents. Love on them. I don't have any parents. My mom passed away, and I never met my dad. Just love on your parents if you got them.
Physical, and my daughter tore my rotator cuff. At the end of the month, I had surgery for it. She tore the rotator cuff.
Okay.
In December of last year.
Is this true?
Nice. Well, that's the next task at hand.
I did touch her when I was 15. We had gotten into it, and I did touch her then.
So the time you engaged in violence with your mother?
Ooh, yeah.
That was the only time. Yes, sir.
That's incorrect.
All right, go ahead, man.
I raised Angie as a single mom from the time she was 3 to the age of 12. And I wanted to give her all the opportunities that I didn't have. Not only the opportunities, but education that I wasn't afforded. And I did that by working several jobs. And to this day, she thinks that I wasn't a good mom because I work. Thank you. And
Nice.
that's not true.
She told you she didn't.
Even this one? Oh my gosh.
That's one of the reasons why she doesn't feel
I disagree with that. I've never told my mom she was a bad mom. I just don't agree with some of the stuff that she made choices and.
Like what?
When I was 14, she had spit in my face and started to try to bite me, and that's when it was either 14 or 15 when that incident happened, and I had held her arms and
Why
pushed
she
her.
spit in your face?
Because I had made a
I'm
wrong
looking
decision
for,
about something that she believed that I should have made a better
Like what?
decision.
You were very explicit about her spitting in your face. Be explicit about what you did wrong.
I stated that, sir. I said
I was looking for the crackhead episodes on
what I did wrong.
the Judge Mathis. Oh gosh, you a crackhead, right? It's just like, oh geez, it's so funny.
We didn't have a lot of problems with her. She was a good student. She was in the honor roll until her freshman year of college.
No disrespect to those with habits and whatnot.
She finished high school.
Yes, she did. She went on to college. She did do her first year of college in Colorado.
Right.
And then when
Oh, they're the
because
funniest.
I had health problems, she did stay because she wanted to be there for me because I was having health problems. I had cancer and I had a heart attack. And she said, I
Let
don't
me give
need
you
you.
some time to get yourself together, and I'll listen to her for a minute. Give her some more tissue. And young lady, what do you want to tell me?
So I would like to start off by telling my story first. Me and my mom, we've never had a good
Yeah, once I get a chance to
There's always been turmoil.
save up some money and
I believe
I
she was an
gotta,
abusive,
you know,
liar.
get through this
I mean,
lease here
as
and
you
just
can
save.
see, she's claimed
But once I get the opportunity, I'm moving to Humboldt County. I don't know if you're familiar. And that's when, oh geez, it's really gonna be quite interesting. Living by the ocean, I love seafood, so I'll be eating a lot of lobster and salmon and smoking some just extreme exotic. Like they got some. Oh man,
How do you know?
you go to Humboldt, you're gonna start thinking different. Like, oh my gosh, how can I get out here? How do I save? What it, you know, you'll be trying to figure it out.
But no, you said
And I couldn't blame you.
prescribe these drugs and she doesn't need them.
Currently being
And now you just, everything you described
Dang, this guy moves so
tells me that
fast.
she
That's tight.
does need them. So you're the liar. Your mother a lie, you a lie.
You a lie.
Let me get back to you, man. I'm not talking to the liar. Go ahead.
So this is exactly the abuse. Everything I take is prescribed. For one thing or another, I don't take anything I'm not supposed to.
So I would like to disagree with
No,
that
I want
because
you to say nothing because I'm not giving you another chance to say see what feel about that.
Okay.
How low can you get? You're the lowest. You're the lowest of no grace. Go ahead, man. Be quiet or I'll hold you in contempt. Grant
Hells yeah.
throw you out. Go ahead.
That's a trip how you like to combine weapons and like, man, that's just, man. I love this game.
She's had 3 kids. Through all 3 of them, I've been there. I've helped her support them. I've helped her take care of them. Yet I'm always the bad one. She claims I did all these things.
Okay.
I call here and I go
Police
there
ever
and I
been
go.
involved in any of the conflicts?
She claims I called Child Protective Services. I didn't. They called me after she already had 3 cases and another one pending.
Let's get to the moving expenses you're suing her about.
When my daughter left in December, she did come back with
Left where? You
from
your
my
home?
home. Yes, with the 3 kids. She came with my brother and her cousin and got the first load. And
I still don't know. Okay, what does the silver ring do? And what does the gold ring do?
There was still a lot of stuff. And I asked her
What's
when
going on
she
with
came in
those
January.
things?
I don't remember the date. She came in January and I got her something. She went upstairs, got it, and when she was leaving, I asked her, when are you going to come get the rest of the stuff? She said, whenever I can. And I said, when? And she just leaves. She doesn't want to talk to me. She won't look at me in the eye, so I don't know anything. I have pictures of all the stuff.
She never come get it?
It's still in my house. She has never come got it in almost 10 months.
So what did you do with it?
I still have it. It's just sitting in my house.
Interesting.
That's why you want moving. Hold on, ma'am. If it's still there, how are you asking for moving expenses?
The stuff was around the house, and I tried to help. I paid people to move it upstairs into 2 rooms.
All right. You've paid folks $3,600 to move her things upstairs?
No, sir.
So what is the $3,600 in moving
Hopefully,
expenses for?
Dang, well, I didn't get too
I
much
called
stuff
around
to.
to all the storage places to find out how much it
So
would be to
it's
store
moving
it.
expenses for the future.
For that and to store it. For one thing, I don't take anything I'm not supposed to.
so I would like to disagree with
I
that
want you to
because
say nothing.
Shut up.
In here for against your own life.
Oh, jeez.
Defendant Angelique Roberto says the plaintiff is her mother. And Angelique claims she's nothing but a pill-popping liar who made false claims against her with Child Protective Services.
Ma'am,
I would like to submit this. This is the deed to a house, the house she currently owns, and my name is on the house.
She's not on the title. This is what happens to her. I have my own home.
Hey,
and
that's going
Angie
on
decided
the
she was her
stream.
childhood home. She wanted to buy it
Watching
back.
Judge
She
Mathis
didn't
while
have
we
sufficient credit, so they used my
bust
credit
out
to
some epic
purchase
runs
the
here,
house.
or at least trying
she's
to.
on the deed.
She's on there because she was supposed to take it off. But she hasn't paid a penny into that house.
The both of you are on the
Yes,
deed,
sir.
meaning that you are joint owners.
Then why not?
Now, you can talk if you want to. I suggest you let me interpret this legal document, which makes
Hush
it
your
clear
mouth. Yeah.
about who is allowed to stay where. So, ma'am, what else do you want to say about
Oh,
this?
so
Because
that's the.
this
Okay, that's what
says
you were talking about
that you
before.
are
Okay, I see.
joint owners, meaning she has as much access as you.
Alright.
She can leave her things there for as long as she wants, without being there. So what do you say about
Her
that?
name was put on there because of that agreement we made that she never paid a penny on that house. Ever.
I understand.
Did she understand?
Okay.
She destroyed that
Anything
house.
else you want to say, ma'am?
Yes, sir. That's not correct. We were gonna purchase the house in my name, and then it went in her name, and I never made an arrangement with her. I did pay money toward that house.
Now, what's your harassment claim for?
My harassment claim is against her for the DHS Child Protective Services coming to my house multiple times.
So yeah, once
They
I
have
get
been to
all
my
that
house
money,
3
then I
times.
could
This
just,
Wednesday was the last time they were at my house.
it's gonna make the game a little bit
Since
easier, a
when
lot
I moved
easier, I would
out,
think.
a month and a half later, DHS has started coming to my house. The police have started coming to my house. I have multiple cards with DHS. I have multiple cards
Do you
with...
have one of the complaints?
So
Just
wait,
one.
is there like,
You said they've come
remember how I
multiple
announced
Yes,
that thing? It was like a
I
yellow,
have
something
witnesses.
other, yellow, this other,
Excuse me, sir,
remember
sorry.
that?
I have witnesses stating that they've seen her around my house.
I need something from Child Services.
The only thing I could get, sir, was the gentleman that came out the last visit, and he wrote the date, the time.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yes, sir. I have never gotten mail report or anything.
She hadn't bothered you then. But, ma'am, this legal document is binding. It says you all are joint owners.
I didn't even know about that.
You didn't
Until,
sign it?
no, I didn't, sir.
You didn't?
I did not know about
Oh,
today's
shoot.
until this year, January this year, because she tried to sell it
You
and the
didn't know?
realtor came.
You
No,
didn't know?
no, I did not.
So there was no intention by you to be a joint owner.
No, sir.
So she may have done this mistakenly because there was no intent. You had no knowledge you were being given this property.
No,
Welcome
sir.
to the stream, guys. Appreciate you tuning in.
Ma'am, I suggest you go back and go to the register of deeds and indicate to them that the defendant herself admits that she was granted the property
Still getting
rights
used to the red arrows.
erroneously. There was no agreement to give her joint ownership. And you didn't even know.
No, sir.
So, we do know, however, that you have your things there at her place. And I do see how much it is, and I see and it appears that it will certainly cost a significant amount to have it moved and stored. And since you've had it there all these months, she's able to get a reasonable amount for storage and projected in the future that you won't get them. It's been 2 months and you hadn't gotten them yet. What should make her believe you're going to get them anytime soon?
Because, sir,
Because what?
she had told me when I was going to get my stuff in December that she was going to throw the rest of my stuff out, which was my kid's stuff.
If you don't come and get it.
Okay, yes, but
Did you
no,
come and get it?
sir. She did not say if I don't come get it. She was
What do
talking
you
to my
think she
cousin.
meant? What do you think she
She
meant?
was not talking to
What do
me.
you? Oh, okay. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Oh, well, get these people up out of here. Oh,
It's gonna be real quick, okay? I see her. I don't. She's a liar and a manipulator and tries to get everybody on her side. My whole family doesn't even talk to her.
I love my daughter, but she's what she is, and that's all I can say.
With all of my fights.
And that's why she's in this situation.
I am in a situation. What situation am I in?
Like
oh boy.
Like what?
Bunch
I
of
am in a
drama.
situation. You put yourself in that situation because you called DHS and the police.
You called
I didn't do anything. DHS told me your name is on those
Why did you
documents.
tell the judge when he asked you because you're a liar?
Because he didn't have the documents with
Be
me.
taken away because you drink, you drive, and you don't take care of your kids.
You drink and you drug. Oh boy. Oh jeez. You drink and you drug. How about that?
No, we do not sell prehistoric.
Well, if you got a whole bunch of responsibilities, I mean, geez, yeah, makes sense.
Plaintiff Michael Damian rented the top floor of his home to the defendant and her daughter, and he believes she uses crystal meth and cocaine
Oh, boy.
because she thought there were ghosts in his house.
Good.
Michael's suing for property damage and bills. Defendant Ashley Anderson says,
Yeah, man, we've all
with Michael,
man,
he
we've all
totally
gone
creeped her
through a
out
few things.
because he rifled through
I've
her
had
property.
a lot of friends
She
that
almost felt
struggle,
like he was trying
you
to
know.
follow her and smell her. Ashley's countersuing for an illegal eviction.
Start with you.
All right, I've known Ashley for about 6 years. And in December of 2010, she told me a sad story about how her family member had stolen her rent money to use for alcohol. Due to the time, I said her and her
Oh,
daughter moved
jeez.
into my home and use the third floor of my house. She moved into my house.
What was the agreement on payment?
It was supposed to be $500 a month. We have a ledger. We don't actually have an agreement.
You don't have to have it written. You're saying that was the verbal
That's
agreement.
correct. And she was to pay that for utilities. That was everything. And she was going to get 2 bedrooms, a sitting room, and she was allowed to use the rest of my house, except for my bedroom. Once she moved in, I got to know the real Ashley, the Ashley who did drugs, the Ashley who would bring random guys into my home, the Ashley who would claim to see ghosts. And
Oh boy.
she was doing marijuana, prescription pills, and I also believe
Okay.
in cocaine.
This how it marijuana? Come on,
Last
man.
two would make you see some ghosts.
She was drinking beer, and come on, man.
The smoke might look like ghosts. Tell me that story about her telling you she's seen ghosts.
She called me at 3 in the morning telling me that there was someone in my house or there was ghosts in my house. I have a 77-pound black lab that sleeps at the foot of my bed. If someone touches a door, he's there.
Dogs may not see the same thing that humans.
Absolutely, sir.
So just because she saw the ghost and the dog didn't see the ghost doesn't mean the
You're
ghost
right.
wasn't there.
When it got to such a bad...
There's no ghosts. Yeah,
No, you didn't see a ghost.
no, I didn't see any
It got
ghosts.
to the point where she fled my house.
Yeah, you debating with the man and you never saw the ghost after that.
It got to the point where she fled my house at 4 in the morning because she said there were ghosts.
It was you, not because it was ghosts.
I was just
Yeah, I'm gonna try and
It was like 3, I didn't leave. So I
it
was
just kind of
genuinely
works
afraid to
around
be
like
there.
my
This man
for my
creeped me out
schedule
so
just to
badly.
stream every starting at midnight.
My steps, okay? I we're the only people that live in a house, okay? There's a dog, obviously.
Oh no.
There's a person. I genuinely believe that she was coming up my stairs, and I was very scared. I called my grandparents, who I've never called in the middle of the night before in my life, went to their house, and I was genuinely afraid of them.
Did hear. She didn't see ghosts, sir. She said she heard ghosts.
I'm sorry.
Hey, everybody in the chat. Hopefully everybody's doing all right out
She came
there.
back. She lived there for a while, and she wouldn't pay her rent, and I gave her 6 extensions over a month and a half, and she refused.
Watching Judge Mathis and
Finally,
getting
after
a
the
little
6th
laugh while
I
do
changed
this.
the locks to get a hold of her.
How long did she stay there?
2 months, 1 week.
So
Okay, well, thank you for tuning in, even for a few seconds today. I appreciate it. Yeah.
That's not true. I gave him money the day I looked at the house. I gave him $100 in
I have
pocket.
evidence right here saying when she paid me,
That's
she
your
signed.
ledger, though. How did you pay him?
She
I
signed.
paid him $100 the day
She
I
signed?
That's correct, Your Honor.
There's no
Okay.
words on there. I don't think I've never seen that. I don't know what words are on there. I've not seen it.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't care. I'm not afraid. There's
What kind of studio is it?
Then I paid. I think total of
Never did.
$300.
Is it like a music studio or a?
That's what she paid me for out of the. In the beginning, she was supposed to pay me $300 for December.
Defendant Ashley Anderson rented the upstairs floor of the plaintiff's home.
Oh,
She
okay, I
claims
see.
he harassed her and was constantly trying to.
Oh, that's I mean,
Let me
shit.
hear your experience, then we'll get to the property damage he's suing you for.
She called me, okay, and I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, okay, I
used to
see.
smoke bud with him. That was how we knew each other.
Thanks,
through
man.
that
Keep
way.
that tab
Like
open
6
for
years,
me, man. I
see him
appreciate
maybe
it.
once a year. He called me, asked me if I knew where to find a new bud, and I was like, no, I don't. He was like, well, do you know anyone who needs a roommate? And I was like, me and my daughter, we're looking for a place to live right now. I'd love to come look at the place. And, at this time, I thought he was a genuinely good person. I didn't know anything bad about him. Didn't know him that well, but he was an acquaintance. So I went and looked at the place, handed him $100, said, that's awesome. Moved in the next day. Then we made, verbal agreements here and there. I paid him.
This is the biggest mistake beginners make in Raid Shadow Legends. They aren't saving their shards.
You said here and there. Hold on. What you say about here and there?
The agreement we were going to pay $500 a month. Oh, December was not a full month, so I paid partial, which I paid up in that month.
So the
And
eggs
then
are
in
like they
January,
add
I
permanent
paid, I don't
stats
know
or
all
something
these
like
small
that.
numbers. I haven't seen that since I was locked up. So
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go for a
I
good
don't know
two,
how much I
3
can go,
hours,
but
maybe
I was
4
willing
if
to
I'm
pay. And this
lucky.
is the whole thing. I had this money. I mean, it's not like I didn't have the money. I have my bank statement right here. I was coming to pay it. I said, is it okay if I pay my rent when I get my renter
I
or
have
tax
noticed
return
though, just looking at the
more
analytics,
than
that
1K
every
lately?
every
And he
day.
totally said that's fine.
That's why I'm
So
just
when
gonna
it
try and
came,
keep
he
it
opened the mail. He's like,
midnight
here, I think you got
every
this.
day, all the
We're
time,
not open
at
it,
least
and
for
then
a
he got the
while,
mail.
until I can get
Got the
a
mail. He's like, I
decent
think this
amount
is
of
for
people
you. I think
watching
it's
the
coming.
stream,
I opened it up.
and then I'll
It was
organize a
that.
better
So I was like,
schedule
okay.
that's
It was my birthday
better
weekend. I
for
said, I'm going to tell
everyone.
my family.
Hopefully, I
I'm
mean,
on my way to the
won't
bank
be
right
able to
now.
satisfy
But I can
everyone,
put this in
but
your
hopefully the
account, or
majority
I'll
of
give it to
people
you when
that
I get back.
watch,
He said that's fine. And
it would
then
be
I went
convenient for.
out that weekend. I had all my things there still. And when I came back, the locks were changed. 3 days apparently is abandoned.
All right, that's probably your counterclaim. But before we get to your counterclaim, let's deal with what he's suing you for. These bills. Do you owe any bills or
I
not?
don't believe that I should have to pay him any bills. The way I was treated while living there, I don't think I
How were you
paid for.
treated? Explain more.
What I was agreement was, I was
The
going to pay for a
speaking in the
place to live.
background,
I was
I'm
going to pay
watching.
for violate my privacy. I believe he
I'm
would
watching
live in
Judge
my home.
Mathis
I
on
like
one of my tablets, and I'm
people.
watching the
Over
stream
6 witness statements of people saying things he's talked about. Harming other people.
that I'm
He's
doing
like drugs.
now
He's talking about doing drugs. I don't know what
on
he's talking
another
about. Nothing
tablet.
but
Let me ask you to slow down.
Just something
Oh,
else
yeah, I'm sorry. I
going
was
on
like,
in the
You haven't been,
background. I
nervous
figure
on
haven't been getting
camera.
high together today,
You
have
know?
you?
sometimes you can get a good laugh out of
Pretty
some Judge
rapidly.
Mathis,
I
you
know
know.
you said y'all get high together. Or used
Oh
to.
jeez.
Just making sure. Okay, well, I need you to slow down. I don't know if you're high today or not.
Oh
But
jeez.
sometimes I need to understand. The only thing I'd heard is that you ran out because you heard him coming.
What's the
up the
highest
steps.
level
So
you
now
can
you're
get
saying some other things
in a
as to
run?
why you don't think you should pay. So tell me about that.
So I believe that he was going my room when I was there.
Oh, dang it.
He mentioned like something like there's these when I moved in, the whole upstairs was trashed. It kind of made me feel weird a little bit right away. Anyway, so I moved
When
in.
you first moved in,
Yeah.
you felt weird.
Well, I thought it was because he told me also he got a sexual harassment charge at work.
When you first moved in, you knew he had
Really?
a sexual harassment claim,
Yep, I didn't
and the
know that.
house was filthy,
Oh.
and he acted weird. What did you find out about
Thank you,
this
man. I
sexual
appreciate it. Thanks
harassment?
for stopping by.
I
Yeah,
moved
and
in.
you're more than welcome
The day he told me.
to tap back in. If you can, leave a
He
tab
told you.
open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he told me. He's like,
He just said, hey,
he
thank
said,
you. He said, by the way, I need you to go. I got a,
So,
let me tell you something about my personal troubles. I have a sexual harassment claim against me.
he said, he was just like, he was actually being kind of polite when he said, if I ever make you feel weird or something, just let me know, because this girl at work, you know, filed a sexual harassment claim.
that's crazy. So they have a
He
random.
said, let me know if I'm making you feel weird, because I know I
Heck
make
yeah.
this woman at work feel weird.
He did too. I'm just trying to be honest.
Okay, what was your response to him?
I thought, I didn't think anything of
So,
that at the
which
time.
character
These are
did
all
you
the small
say to
things I
use? Was
added
it
up.
this one?
Defendant Ashley Anderson rented the upstairs floor
Let's
of the
see. I'm
plaintiff's
gonna
home.
go back through
And she
the.
claims he harassed her and was constantly trying to smell her.
Someone really fast.
Then he was like follow me or like go behind me or like never always make me walk first. Like that's maybe that sounds crazy to you.
walk first.
And like I feel like he was genuine.
He's a gentleman, right?
Yes, sir.
No, not in that way. Not in
This
that
guy,
way.
he's the fastest one.
Not in that way, sir.
Okay, so you thought he
Not in that way at all,
looking
sir.
at you from behind.
Not even like I feel like
To the
sometimes
leg.
I feel like he was like trying to smell me. That sounds crazy.
That's.
I mean,
What did he do to indicate that he was trying to smell you? He was actually sniffing.
I saw people think that. I mean, it might sound funny to people, but it's
I need to hear it. You
like
saw
it's genuinely.
him sniffing you?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I was sitting in a chair, the door is behind, kind of like the chair. He was like. He was like, finally, he's like, okay, I forgot my cigarettes upstairs. Why would you go in between me and the table instead of like going, like, there's like a foot there. Why wouldn't you just go around the table when there's like that much room? Or like, anytime I go to the bathroom, all of a sudden you would need to be up there. Even though he has the bathroom downstairs to himself. Or like, you go in my room, my underwear would be on the floor that I know weren't there when I left the house. Like, this needs so
Oh, you
crazy.
think you took your underwear out of your
Yeah, I
drawer
think
and
so.
put them in the bathroom?
Yeah, no, not in the
Oh
bathroom, just
boy.
up in my room. Just as, like, when
Wait.
he went up there.
Up in your room?
Hold on. He would take your underwear out of the drawer and put them
I think
where?
so.
And
No,
put 'em
not put
where?
them anywhere. Just, like, leave them
Leave them where?
upstairs where they were.
I've done all I can
It'd be
to
like,
understand what you're saying, and you have not convinced me that he has done one thing wrong, ma'am.
Okay.
So let's get back to the bills. And
Okay.
why haven't you paid the bills?
I asked him. I was.
Ask him.
I mean, I
The damage to the property. How does she owe you for damage?
I'd like to show you some pictures if that's okay.
You can hand it to him and then tell him.
Tampons on the floor.
All right, you don't have to be gross. But you know, he might be sometimes.
Oh boy.
$3,000 worth of damage, and all you have on your mind is a tampon.
That's funny.
Let me have your list. Absolutely. Yeah, I see it.
See, that's what I'm tuning in for.
Sure. All this is so far is cleaning. What structural damages or
The carpet is completely ruined. The paint is completely ruined. She kicked the pipes off the walls. There's feces on the
Why would
floor.
absolutely not.
Should I go through there, or should I go up through here?
In the basement bathroom because it has a direct vent outside during the winter. She was smoking cigarettes and doing drugs in my room. It ruined the paint. It needs to be.
show me evidence of that.
It's in there actually. You'll see.
Oh, okay.
There.
And you find the paint.
Okay.
Ma'am, what do I say about the property damage?
Okay, I'm not gonna go this way then.
So why would I kick a pipe off the wall? First off, when I'm
Okay.
there's trash everywhere. I have a witness statement saying
Was it this trash?
No.
ma'am?
either way, that's whatever. Trash is
Either
not
way, no,
damaging.
it's not whatever. Man, let's go ahead and grant him his judgment. You sound incoherent. Now you're talking to me disrespectfully.
I didn't mean to you.
Anyway, whatever. Go ahead. No, you. Anyway, whatever.
I
Go
didn't
ahead.
That was funny.
You think I'm a pervert? There's no chance. I never smelled you. You're the one trashing everything.
You changed my locks.
Because you scammed me.
You changed my locks and turned my heat in the middle of winter. You put me and my daughter on the streets. Do you know what?
You left with over $1,000. You left with over $4,000.
I didn't do that.
It was
You being a
right in
pervert,
there.
that's real. That is
No,
real.
no.
That
You
is
are the
real.
one who has found
That is real.
giant sex
Okay.
toys.
I'm not
Yeah.
giant sex
I know.
Okay.
You're nasty.
This is
I am
yeah.
not a pervert.
Your paycheck isn't for a couple of days, but you needed some money now? I got you. So Dave Extra Cash has been my absolute lifesaver because it gives me a job.
Real cases before a real judge. Plaintiff Taisha Barnett says the defendant has a daughter with her boyfriend who was with Taisha in court today. Taisha claims she had the defendant arrested after she vandalized Taisha's car, and she's suing her today for the damages. Defendant Kimberly Marble says her ex has been so troublesome that she was forced to file a restraining order against him after he caused a scene at their daughter's school. Kimberly insists Taisha had her falsely arrested, so she's countersuing. So with you.
I'm here because Miss Marble, she came to my address on July 27th, 2008.
Where do you know from?
She has a daughter with my boyfriend, D'Angelo Richard. And there's been nothing but problems.
Oh, yeah.
We have been together, and I'm like stuck in the middle of their problems.
And when she came in 08, what occurred?
She came to my house at 3 o'clock in the morning, begging on the door.
Ooh.
I'm going to speak to D'Angelo.
Okay, I have this
D'Angelo
character
didn't want to go
unlocked
to the
for
door.
the Switch version.
So he said,
Interesting.
let her be.
They're fast.
No.
Okay.
No. He didn't want to go to the door because he said that they would have ended up fighting, and he's not fighting the female.
Excellent.
So he told me to call the police and let them handle it. So when I was calling the police, I heard glass breaking. So I wanted to go outside and beat her. But he told me not to, just let the police handle it. And so when the police came, he took my report with the damages done, and he seen the damages to the car. And he told me to go to the magistrate office and take a warrant out on me to take it to court. And that's what I did.
man.
Her whole story is fabricated. I never showed up there. I've had
Sure.
with Miss Barnett and D'Angelo. I met D'Angelo when I was about 18, 19 years old. We were good friends. One mistake led to my gorgeous daughter that I have. In 2005, he ended up cheating with her. I found out about it. He ended up leaving me. I did not see him or hear from him for an entire year. At this time, I was 260 pounds, and I decided to get my life together and become, a better mother. I started going to school. I lost 120 pounds. I got my life together.
How did you do that? A lot of people would want to know about
work,
that.
dedication. I really wanted to better myself.
I know, but that
and
160, people don't know about that. They don't know how you feel.
120, excuse me. That's so much. 260
Okay.
at the time.
How did you come out? 20.
Dieting, I was working 12-hour shifts, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
I do that.
5 days a week.
I do that.
And dieting.
And when you're on weekend work, I do about 6 or 7 days.
It's definitely some dedication. It's just the will.
You need to sell that.
Oh, I see.
I definitely.
Okay. I should have another life.
Well, it's like a year and a half. I got myself together, and once he's seen that, he came back. He has never stopped trying to get back with me since then. He is very stalkerish, always on me. Whenever they're having problems, I'm the blame.
Damn.
She always accuses him of being with me or something to that effect.
That's why he didn't come to that door that night, isn't it? Huh?
I never was there.
That's weird. I can't quite figure out.
He had a host of girlfriends, always had, so there could have been any of those.
Interesting.
That I was pulled
Thank
over, probably about 11, 12 o'clock that night. They ran my tag. The officer asked me my name, told me I had a warrant, and I was arrested. I was I ended up getting out on free trial. Before I even get into
What was that? What did I just get?
People you're dealing with. Mr. Richard is a father that decided to go to jail over $50 ordered in child support. He literally told the judge that was kicked over a chair and went to jail for contempt. Mrs. Barnett, on the other hand, is someone who got a job at a fast food restaurant, had it set up to be robbed. Inside job.
I didn't know that.
From him. He tells me everything. He is the source from everything. I mean, he is the reason we're here today. He's lifting her up. Our current case
We'll head that way now. Let's see.
Oh, yes. We had a case just on.
Dang, look at that maze. What the heck?
A restraining order against him for stalking. He went to my daughter's school.
Oh, nice.
Out her because she was speaking about one of my friends. He doesn't like for her to be around any other man but him, and he doesn't take care of her. So he went to her school in front of her teacher, her classmates, and literally showed out. They called me. I went and took out the restraining order. He threatened me, what he was going to do to me, this, that, and third. Whenever they're having problems, I'm the blame. She always accuses him of being with me or something to that effect.
That's why he didn't come to that door that night, isn't it?
I never was there.
Defendant Kimberly Marble has a child with the plaintiff's boyfriend, and the plaintiff claims she had Kimberly arrested after Kimberly vandalized her car.
Sir, you want to stand and defend yourself against these allegations? State your name.
D'Angelo Richard.
What do you want to tell me?
Well, first of all, Your Honor, she been saying ever since February or March, she took a restraining order out on me. So,
Yeah, because there's a lot going on in this stage.
Kick the chair.
I didn't kick the chair.
Why'd you go to jail for contempt?
Because of
That's crazy to the judge?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now,
that's the only reason.
First thing that when I check people, look at it.
Yeah, this month is crazy.
No, I could send them to jail for contempt.
Yeah, the reason why I got locked up, I mean, I could have made it out, but see, when I walked away, I said that was so. She said, she said,
contemptuous.
I ain't get locked up for not paying my child support. I ain't never been behind.
All right, let's get back to anything else you want to tell me about this arrest.
They released me. This lingered on for about a year. I ended up going to court twice, hired a lawyer and everything to get this off of my record. just because of false allegations.
Get what off your
So
record?
The
Sal.
fact that I was arrested for property damage.
Okay, you weren't convicted.
No, we ended up going to court twice. Like I said, I hired a lawyer.
What
I paid
happened?
her.
What was the result?
It was dismissed.
I did not.
She never showed.
They never sent me a paper to come to court. So when I went to the courthouse, they told me.
What do you say? You say you
We stay at the same address, and they never sent her no letter. But when I go over there and see my
what
daughter,
paperwork you have.
when I go to see my daughter, her mama threw it in my face that they dismissed the case, but they didn't never notified us. We stay at the same address.
Okay, it says disposed of, man. And disposed means that we're finished with this case.
Right, used to
And that's
this.
what it says. It was disposed of on January 7th of 2010. I don't know whether that means dismissed. I don't know whether that means you pled guilty. Have you gone since you found out it was dismissed? Did you call the prosecutor?
I went to the courthouse to find out what was going on with the case because it's been at
What'd they
the
say?
year. They told me that she been to court January 7th, and I'm like, how's that? And I never got a
All right,
letter.
what'd they say happened?
They told me I need to take her to civil court, so I had to pay
Yeah.
They wouldn't tell you what happened in the criminal court?
No, they just said I had to go to take her back to court to get my
All
money.
right, you need to go and speak with the prosecutor. You probably, it sounds like you went to the clerk's office, the court clerk. You need to go to the prosecutor's office.
Okay.
And you want to find out what the criminal disposition was
Okay.
with regard to this case. On the other hand, that was a criminal case which required a burden of proof of beyond a reasonable doubt. This is a civil case, which only requires a burden of proof of more likely than not that she did it, not beyond a reasonable doubt. So, you're saying you were there, she came, you say it happened as well,
Yes, sir.
and you were arrested for it.
Yes, I was. Falsely.
Do you have anything else other than this that says disposed?
No, that's the only
Oh,
thing.
Do you
shoot.
have anything else?
I have my police report, that's all.
Let's see that. You got all the proof, y'all.
And I took out warrant.
And let
Oh,
me see
yeah?
the damages or the repair costs
This
for
is
all
good.
these things that she allegedly did. And your arrest warrant you took out. The
Oh.
officer with authority of jurisdiction and executed a warrant for the arrest and charge with the homicide finds that there's probable cause. The judge determined that there was probable cause, ma'am. The
Interesting.
judge believed that more likely than not it occurred. Otherwise, the judge doesn't issue a warrant. In order to get a warrant, the prosecutor has to prove to the judge that this happened more likely than not. The judge says, okay, I'll issue a warrant for you to arrest the person because it appears that based on what you're telling me, officer, based on what you saw with your own eyes, officer, you swear that this happened, officer, I'm going to grant you a warrant. So the judge believed that it at least may have happened. The judge believed that the police officer gave enough evidence to sign a warrant that provides for probable cause. And so I say that to say a judge does not provide a warrant just because somebody walks in and makes the allegation. You can't just walk into the court
So wait, I gotta.
and say that someone in the audience threw a shoe at me.
Okay, so those things, huh? I gotta kill 1,000 of the. How many? 4,000? 6,000.
Okay. I can't go in and then they're going to go and arrest one of the folks. No, they have some measure of proof. I have to have a statement from someone that says, I saw it. Otherwise, it is just not going to write a warrant because people can do that as just a tactic to get somebody back for something else they did. I walk in and say, she tried to murder me, Your Honor.
Yeah.
She never came up with us. The judge is going to say, well, before I grant you a warrant for attempted murder, you have to bring me something
Oh, okay.
to show me that it may have happened.
So do I have to leave this little square area or just move around within
The
it?
plaintiff claims she had Kimberly arrested after Kimberly vandalized her car.
Now the question becomes, do I believe her in light of the fact that she had a warrant that the officers proved to the judge that you more likely than not did this damage? Judgment for the plaintiff, $1,000. I believe you.
Thank you.
That's it. That's all I have to do. Believe her. And your counterclaim, ma'am, is dismissed. I don't believe it was a false arrest. I believe it was legitimate. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Thank you. Now that I've become more successful, and that's it. But she can have it.
Yeah.
She needs it. I want to say thank you, Judge Max, for proving my case today.
The case, I mean, that's all we wanted.
Real cases before a real judge. And now, everything breaking in the infrastructure office. Finance Jessica Lewis and her boyfriend Quincy Ulrey say the defendant is Quincy's brother. Quincy claims he's been addicted to prescription pills for years. Quincy and Jessica are suing for the value of a PlayStation.
Okay.
Defendant Andrew Ulrey and his girlfriend Tracy say Quincy is only suing Andrew because Jessica controls his life. Andrew admits that he sold Quincy's PlayStation, but it was only after Quincy's friends stole his property.
Oh boy. PlayStation disputes.
Sometimes maybe too small is not good.
Okay.
The last 9 years or so, my brother's had an addiction to Oxycontins, and I've
Oh
noticed
damn,
I've seen
there's hell of them coming now.
9 bottles in his backpack as a complaint.
Hold on.
9
bottles?
9
Yeah,
bottles.
it's for the pharmacy. Do you work for a pharmacy?
I've had to pick him up from the hospital because he's been in an accident.
Whoa, what's that?
He was falling asleep standing up. He was so messed up.
Not dying. Oh, shit.
You're not just tired.
Is that?
This was 2 years ago. He rear-ended somebody off of.
Went to the hospital and was found to have drugs in his system.
He told me himself he swallowed the pills he had on him, so the cops wouldn't get it. And then
That's a liar. Did he have the accident as a result of being under the influence?
I believe so.
Oh,
And that was the case. I would have been arrested, Your Honor.
that's a good point. Go ahead.
His ex-girlfriend called me. She was at the hospital with him, and he said that he was yelling at the police officer, and he was getting ready to get arrested.
Ooh,
Where
dang.
does the very, very and highly intelligent part come in? Maybe you should go over that first before you tell me the stupid part.
He's always had like a 4.0 GPA. He's the type of person he can take a test. He doesn't have to do his homework. He'll get straight A's in the class. He's always done well in school.
Gifted.
Yeah.
All right. What else has he done, in
Yeah.
your opinion, to live a destructive life?
During that time frame when he got in the car accident, I had a box of DVDs that I let my sister borrow, and he was supposed to bring me the DVDs. He told me himself that he pawned the DVDs for money because he didn't have any money. And I'm like, so you pawned my items for money that you're supposed to return me?
Reason for selling his DVDs.
Let me get a little background from him. What do you want to say?
Well, I want to get started off by saying the only reason I'm even here today is because this girl has taken control of my brother's life over the past year. He's a completely different person now. He's always been the nicest person in the world to his girlfriends, and the problem with that is he gets taken advantage of. This girl has broken up with him at least 5 times in the past year. That's just what I know from Facebook because they air all of their stuff on Facebook. The last time they broke up, Your Honor, it was because she called him while he was in Florida, saying, "Would you have a threesome with my best friend that works at Hooters?" Dad, you should have asked him. He stated I would have wanted to. And she took away his key, threatened to kick out his puppy, who Tracy had to pick up the puppy because she was going to drop the puppy off somewhere while he was in Florida. The other time they broke up, it was because someone broke into his Facebook page and posted that he was turning gay.
Your Honor, we never. We've been together for 9 months now. We've never.
Okay, nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, we can come back.
She broke up with him, and that's actually how the PlayStation actually ended up in the house. Once she broke up with him and kicked him out of the house.
Whoa, those are new characters. Never seen those.
PlayStation ended up over there. I helped my brother move.
Do you want to respond, ma'am, to any of this stuff?
Yeah, that's not true. We've never broke up. We've been together for 9 months. How was I supposed to take his key when he's in Florida? He has his key. How am I supposed to do that?
His PlayStation ended up at my house.
Because he helped him move on
To my house. From your house to move.
Is good.
We got done helping him move, or after I got done helping him move, we used my Tahoe. We went to my house so I could let the dogs out. So we had 3 dogs, and he's like, "Bring your PlayStation 3 over to my house." I'm like,
3.
Okay. So we brought her over there, so we go play.
Yeah.
And I left that evening to go
to Hooters.
No, to go to my girlfriend's work.
That's AJ's favorite place.
She was working that evening.
Not at Hooters. That's co-op.
She was bartending. So I left the
Oh,
PlayStation
shit.
3 at his place so he could use it for a short period of time, not to keep it. And a few weeks went by. I went over there. My brother said I was uninvited, which his girlfriend Tracy called me and said I could come pick up my puppy. I had a friend with me who I did not know was not allowed at his house because that friend would hang out with him more than I would. And so I didn't see an issue with it. And he got really
What
upset
the
with me
hell?
and was in my face yelling at me. So I just took my puppy. I had intentions to take that home with me that evening.
Showed up at my house.
I had every intention to take that home with me that evening, but my brother was in my face. I was on his property. I'm not going to get into it on his property. And so I left with my puppy. 2 days later, I call him, see if he's home to come pick it up. He says no. He lives about 5 minutes away from us. We drove by, saw him and her car in the street, saw the light on in his house. I'm like, okay, he just lied to me, said he wasn't home. I just want to pick up my stuff. So the next day I call him, says he's working.
Were you able to
Dang.
get your PlayStation back?
No, because
There are those who skip dessert, but when Ghirardelli chocolate chips make cookies this irresistible, dessert is simply
That's crazy.
Skittles. Ghirardelli makes cookies a bite better.
told me himself he swallowed the pills he had on him so the cops wouldn't get it.
Where does the very, very highly intelligent part come in? Maybe you should go over that first before you tell me the stupid part.
Plaintiffs Quincy Ulrey and his girlfriend Jessica Lees are suing Quincy's brother, who claims Jessica controls Quincy's
Yeah,
life.
really?
And they've broken up at least 5 times in the last 9 months.
Ma'am, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, the night that he showed up
State
at
your
1.
name.
I'm Tracy Duncan. The night that he showed up at our place at 1 a.m., I had invited him over for dinner after I got done bartending that night with AJ and stuff for when AJ got off work because he was complaining that Jessica had broken up with him again and he did not have a key to get back into the house. That's the only reason why we invited him over to come eat dinner with us.
And he showed up with his friend.
No, they showed up at 1 a.m. We invited them.
So what, in about 1 or 2 more runs, I should have enough?
Which is why I freaked out when I got home and told him to get out of my house because he knows better.
That friend, Your Honor, he hangs out with, used to hang out with all the
Used to hang out
so
with.
they had issues of him borrowing money from him and going and buying pills during a poker game, which he assumed was supposed to be for a poker game. And that's why he was there. Like, he had, his brother had issues.
What did you want to add to it?
The reason I have a problem with their friend is their friend got involved with the whole PlayStation issue and stole my Garmin GPS and my CD player, saying I wouldn't get it back until Quincy got his PlayStation back, which I filed a police report, Your Honor.
So you didn't know the friend before then?
No, what happened was I did owe the friend $30 for it had nothing to do.
No, I didn't ask you if it had something to do with it. I said,
Nice.
you didn't know the
Oh,
friend
yeah.
any money before then? He said, no. What had happened was I owed him $30. So are you sure he was a 4.0 student? Let's try this again. Did you owe the friend
That's
anything
crazy, right?
before the occurrence?
Yes,
Hopefully there's some random trophy like
I did pay him.
survive the Reapers
Yes.
for X
What
amount
about
of
this
time, or
PlayStation? Tell me about it.
The PlayStation, like I said, got to my house when he got kicked out one of the times, and he went home to grab his belongings. I went with him to help him, and we brought it to my house. I signed up for Netflix when we got it to my house. I don't really play many video games, but I like to watch movies. Figured he'd be staying with us for a while. They got back together, so he goes back to her and starts staying with her.
actually the same night. So it was probably 2 weeks later that I got a phone call from him demanding that he wants the PlayStation back, after he already knew that I signed up for Netflix and already had given him a date when he would get it back, because I wasn't going to waste my money after I just helped him by letting him stay in my house. So
Okay.
what happened was, after his friend actually robbed me for my belongings, I was so upset, I sold the PlayStation. So what happened?
Did you prosecute the friend?
No, I did not, because I feared for the safety of my girlfriend. He's a convicted felon.
You don't think he's going to hear about today?
Yes.
Ma'am, did you have any more testimony before we
Dang.
get to any other defense that he has?
Yeah, we actually have a couple. I got some pretty
There
nasty
it is.
messages from Jess saying that my boyfriend is basically doing different pills, like just claiming on Facebook that he's a drug lord and all kinds of
Okay. I'm gonna try and revive.
My brother is very ignorant.
Try to revive or quit. What do you think?
If he knew any better, he would understand. Which I've taken MRIs especially, and I have 2 bulging discs in my back. Doing the garage door job, I have injured my back several times, and I was even in a motorcycle accident.
Okay. So that's why you used them. Now, you don't believe you should pay for the PlayStation? Why?
Because I bought them another PlayStation.
Oh, you bought him another one?
Which I have a witness statement signed by our father. I don't have the receipt, Your Honor,
Ooh.
because I didn't think it would.
There you go.
Smarter than that. Let's see, dumb. You have your receipt? That's his receipt. No. I'm sorry. Now, you didn't call. You called him ignorant. Ignorant, you have your receipt? Yes. 4.0 doesn't have his receipt.
And also, the father wrote a statement for both ways, and I've got the
I'm going to need this receipt.
Text message between my brother and myself.
All right. Did he replace it with one of the same value?
No. He bought a 40 gigabyte first model PlayStation 3, and my girlfriend bought me a brand new one in December 2010, an 80 gig. And he only gave back one controller and no games. But I don't have receipts for my games, so.
Yeah. Dumb was supposed to notice it.
And for his Netflix.
Ignorant.
So should I pick this character or?
Netflix.
Oh wait, the
Email from Sony telling me that the network was down and there was no possible way he could have used his Netflix during that time frame.
Okay. Your ignorant brother, as you refer to him, says that you gave him a PlayStation of less value. How do you respond?
That it was of less value by about $30, Your Honor.
And it wasn't only $30?
I'm not sure how much this was.
Because he never showed you anything that showed the equal value? And you bought him another one?
Which I have a witness statement signed by our father.
See.
I don't have the receipt, Your Honor, because I didn't think it would come to this.
Smarter than that. Let's see if dumb, you have your receipt.
Plaintiff Quincy Ulrey and his girlfriend Jessica Lees are suing Quincy's brother, who claims Jessica controls Quincy's life, and they've broken up at least 5 times.
Okay, now which level should we go to?
We're going to give him his 40 gigabyte back.
Yes.
And we're going to compensate you for your 80 that you purchased.
Thank you.
So you get your claim today, as ignorant as you are.
Oh, jeez.
You won today over
As ignorant as you are.
4.0 genius.
Thank you.
Who do you want to be today? You want to be him today? 431 for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay. Should I do the hyper library?
It's not true, and it made me laugh. And you honestly had to say that, and it's not true.
Is that why you sent text messages to my girlfriend trying to start an immature fight?
I met Jen after she was ghosted by an ex. It took her years to get over it, and he just popped back into her life. Looking for answers, she found my advisor profile on Purple Garden. Everything was telling me he was bad news. I could feel his energy like a dark cloud hanging over her path to real love. My tarot cards confirmed it. He was a storm ready to wreck her peace
My
again.
tarot cards. Get out of here.
Real cases before a real judge.
And I'm gonna hit this
Chantel Cruz says she
little bit of weed here. Give me a second.
at a party, and and she rejected his advances. Chantel claims that a few years later they saw each other at a family reunion, and only then did they discover that they were actually cousins. Chantel is suing her cousin for totaling her car. Defendant Idris Michael Cottle says on the night he met Chantel, he was looking good, and she was the one who approached him. Idris admits
This is why, if you guys are listening to this Judge Mathis stuff, the guy had sex with his cousin and didn't know it. That's why I'm a black individual, African American individual, and I've had one or two black girlfriends before, but that's the main reason why I don't do that, because I've never met my dad. You know, they say, "Oh no, you're just whitewashed, and you just don't know my life," right?
And luckily we did, because if I hadn't shot him down, we would be kissing cousins. Like, we would be here for...
Oh, she said kissing cousins. Oh, Lord have
When I shot him
mercy.
down, he was mad or whatever. You know, he used profanity. He was pretty mad, you know, that I didn't talk to him. Negative. He was very mad. He was very mad.
She's all embarrassed.
2 years later,
some men do that. I'm not saying that that's what you did, but some men, they curse women because they won't give them any action.
Defendant Idris Michael Cottle says when he first met the plaintiff, she
I know,
wanted to get
right?
with him.
Oh,
Years
man.
later, they saw
I
each
know,
other at
right?
a family
And you know what's crazy?
and discovered
I
they
even,
were
like, in
actually
elementary
cousins.
school, I was, like, obsessed with this girl, and we're talking and everything. I'm like, oh, my God, you know, my girlfriend is this, that, and the other. Turns out, that's another thing. But mind you, she was, I'm African American. She was Mexican. So I'm like, oh, there's no way. Like, oh, no. They're like, no, you're actually related by this. Marriage, step cut, yeah, same thing you were to it, but still, no, yep. I was like, dang,
But yeah, that's really
messed me up.
because of women rejection, because they don't look worthy of the woman. I'm like you. Look at all day. What you call you? So what you doing? How'd you do it?
I'm irresistible.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I'm feeling like that about yourself, and some young scrub comes up and is trying to holler at you. I don't blame you. I'd say no either. But he's not a young scrub. He's a young, handsome, productive man, right? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, that's small town stuff, too. You know, I used to live in Colorado. There's this, like, town called Pueblo, Colorado. About the size of, I don't know what to compare it to, because I don't know what, you know, you're familiar with.
What else you want me to know about you?
But it's a small town.
And I see him again 2 years later at a family reunion. I'm like, what are you
And it's
doing?
not like super small, but it's not super big either. It's weird.
First cousin. So we have the
And
same
what's really
birthday.
strange about it is, well, it's not strange, but it's such a small town, and I think it's like where the government kind of meet up and everything. It's not the capital,
It's been 2 years, Your Honor.
right? But what happens is like the state fair is in Pueblo, Colorado. So everybody from all over Colorado, and probably outside states, come to the state fair, and then just, you can't move. All the streets are fucking jammed up. There's nowhere to park anywhere. You have to park like 5 blocks down the road and walk into the fair because the town is so small. But they do that to generate income for the town, right? Anyways, that's where I agree. Pueblo,
Swag was
Colorado.
something off the roof. And when I mean that, I mean swag is like what you all used to say soul. That's what we call swag.
What do you mean, you all?
What I mean by you all, I mean, okay,
I got some kind of swag. There's a charity for Dwayne Wade. Does his talent contest he was doing. A charity he does here in Chicago. So then when he introduces me or whatever over the microphone, he say, yeah, we got Judge Mathis, the OG. OG means old gangster. So, yeah. Original gangster, yeah. That's
Oh, geez.
now.
no, I didn't mean it in those terms.
That's crazy. So now, okay. So now, if you guys ever hang out again, or have you guys hung out ever since then? Is it awkward still, or is it like, we didn't know and we're over it now, we just move on, or is it still like, oh god, we gotta go over her house for Thanksgiving? Oh shit, you know, like,
And I got to talking to him.
Oh, okay,
Came like a perfect gentleman. All that cursing, I don't know where.
That's good.
I came like a perfect gentleman. I went by the book, and I asked her about, maybe conversating with her later on another time. She told me no, which is correct. My ego was, it was crushed a lot. It wasn't even a little.
Thank you.
I did everything the right way. I was a perfect gentleman, and it works any other time.
No,
So
no, Your Honor.
I feel like,
No.
I mean, why not? I mean, but you didn't curse the girl. No, sir, Your Honor.
Yes, he did, Your Honor.
Okay.
His ego was bruised, and if his swag was on point like he thought, why didn't he get my number? Exactly.
Let's get to the vehicle. That's it. Vehicle, what you saw it for?
Family reunion.
We're
After
over it,
we
yeah.
ran this family reunion, me and Michael became inseparable. Like everywhere I was, Michael was. Like sometimes Michael just pop up at my house. He got the whole day plan where we're going in my car.
Okay.
He needs to go get a haircut. I'm waiting on him to get his haircut. I'm running him and his friends who never did this.
I can imagine. Yeah, Florida, man. I have a cousin that lives. He just moved out there. Oh, okay, I see. But my cousin lives about, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes from Miami. He's kind of down on himself, so he's rebuilding from scratch. So he's working at like a Publix grocery store. And yeah, once he gets a better job, he'll start. I might go out there and visit him. Once he, I love the guy to death, and I've never been to Florida either, so I look forward to getting out there.
Michael called me and he asked me if I could take him.
I'm obsessed with food. You think I'm hella heavy set, but I'm really not, But I just like going out and trying new cuisine. What is it? The Peruvian food. It looked pretty on point.
I wasn't drinking. Michael wasn't drinking. I was tired. Lo and behold, we get on the E-way. Michael's speeding. He misses the exit to merge over to the other E-way. He slams my car. He speeds up, slams my car into the middle of the median. Totals the car. The car crushes. It's smoking.
Oh, nice.
No one cares about me. I'm in the two-seater.
When you say that, when you say near the Panhandle, you're like, what? What? Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Damn, you know what's crazy? That's where I'm trying to go, right? You know what I thought was hella cool is you could literally drive that whole thing. It's like a whole bunch of, it's like a freeway over the water. It's like what? Like I gotta do that. I have to do that. It's like one long ass bridge down there. I just know because I was looking on my. If you have like an iPad, they have maps of the globe and shit. You can just zoom in anywhere, see shit. I was looking at that the other day. I'm like, whoa. That looked like a very interesting road trip.
I just paid $2,000 for the car.
Legendary.
Oh, hell yeah.
Forget all about
nice
it.
girl.
I'm gonna show you three
Jeez.
rare champions you gotta have on
Right?
your team.
No, I mean,
At number 3, we
jeez.
got Bella.
That has to be one of the, besides California, there's some really nice places out here, too. But I think Florida, man, is a little nicer. I mean, it's just different. Like, they got alligators, they got fucking all the crazy lizards and iguanas everywhere on trees. Okay. Well, same with me. I mean, I was born in Alaska, and I haven't, been there since I was. I don't remember anything about it, to be honest.
On the top spot, we have a champion with versatile skills that include a triple attack, 50% heals, increased speed buffs, and turn meter fills. You can put to great use in any battle app. Want to know who he is and get him for free? Well, use this promo code and start rate.
Oh, shut up, commercial.
Yes, I have the Blue Book value. I have the bill of sales because I actually got the car.
The reason why
I actually got the
let's give him the value, man. You like to talk.
She like to talk. That's what we grabbed.
Yeah, I was born in Alaska. Anchorage, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was born in Anchorage.
She was tired because she was tired of drinking because she had so much to drink.
Yeah, the weed just hit me. I said, oh shit, I was born in. No. Yeah, the weed just hit me. Ooh,
I'm about to get off on the
yeah, man.
exit. I was going to go towards Indiana. She yelling, "No, get over, get over." Hit me on my shoulder.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
what threw me off. And had me swerve the car back over, and I lost control of the car.
Yeah, and there's
She
also
said,
like a
"Hit me on
town
my
out
shoulder."
there
Hit me in my head.
where it's just one
Crazy.
building.
And I ended up,
Everything's in this building. There's a McDonald's in there. There's like a diner in there. There's a laundromat in there. There's a grocery store in there. There's a post office in there. There's a fucking hospital in one building. And the apartments and the pool and a this and a that and in one building. And that's because it gets so cold you can't just like, yeah, no. Dang. I definitely want to go check that out.
I never told her, okay, so I'll tell you, I'm going to pay you $2,000.
Yes, you did.
No, negative. No, I did not. I did not. For $500 is for what, sir? The favorite character, sir. How so? Because she went around and
That was it. That was a really, 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 really good idea.
he bogus. He great.
You know,
Talk to him, girl. He bogus.
like, why don't we have vampires in Alaska where they got the 30 days of night? It just makes like that is brilliant. Yeah.
That's not defamation. That's true. No, it wasn't in accident. She actually said that.
That was a good movie.
She told my cousin I was bogus because I didn't.
So, if you're into horror movies, the Terrifier 3, yeah, comes out October 11th, and it will be out in movie theaters and shit. Terrifier 3 was nuts. You could probably see 1 or 2 on Hulu or on Tubi, you know. But it's best just to like try to find the real versions and watch those, you know. Like, really crazy horror movie.
This was contributory negligence.
You're right. I mean, if you think about it, Terrifier 1 was a little it was kind of a little bit because it's not like a big budget movie. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the movies are. I even think that the third one is not going to be. I don't even think the third one's going to hit on all cylinders. But I just think it's good for the look of the whole genre, that whole movie series or whatever. You know, maybe they'll get a bigger budget at some point. Or they're doing some weird ways of promoting, like today, I think even. I've seen they have like a little number that you call, right? And you call this number, and it's like it's the clown, and he's like, oh, laughing, but I guess you are supposed to text the number, and maybe you get some cool merch or you know discounts on tickets or maybe free tickets or some shit like that. You know, who knows what they give you. But I think it's just a really cool way to promote. I've never seen that done in a movie before.
I'm through, Michael. That's cool.
Hopefully the third one's good. Oh, and this is the first time it's going to theaters. I think the first 2 were just like independent releases and shit like that.
Why pay too much for cable TV when it costs less for Fubo TV? Get all the cable.
So that might be something to look forward to. Still want to see Alien Romulus. I haven't seen it yet.
Edge was married to the defendant's brother twice. She claims the defendant is physically and mentally abusive. Stephanie says she filed a restraining order against the defendant, and she has a video of the defendant terrorizing her. She's suing for loans, stolen food, and emotional distress. Defendant Julie Oryx says Stephanie is the one who's been she has an explosion affair.
Oh yeah, those little creatures. Yeah, that's funny. That's hella funny.
I know Julie Edge from Robert Edge. He was my ex-husband, and I was his 5th and 6th wife.
5th and 6th. So you all married, broke up, and remarried?
We just currently got an annulment back in July 27th.
Second time or?
Second marriage, yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, Julie Edge, the reason why I'm here today is Julie Edge has terrorized me, verbally, physically, and mentally abused me.
Since when?
Since I've known her, the very first incident that happened back in October of 2009.
Yeah, you're like, oh, geez, what the hell, right? Oh yeah, that movie's coming out. Oh yeah. Ah, that's funny.
You got something wrong with you. Go ahead. You met her in October of 09?
Yes, October of 09 was the first time I had a restraining order on her. I was pregnant with her brother's two. He's now two. She hit me.
Oh no, wait! Don't forget to tell him that you lineback charged me pregnant.
Nice. Yep, getting closer.
And charged me like a maniac. And your son had to stop you.
May I say something?
Neither one of y'all can say anything. Let her finish. Go ahead.
Okay, the first time, like I said, was October 2009. I had a restraining order. Her and her mother would always interfere in mine and Robert's arguments.
Oh boy.
Let her finish, man.
Uh-oh, see. Yeah, the mom would always interfere in me and my better half's arguments. Objection. Yeah, see, just like that. See what she's doing? That's what, right. Dang.
2011. 3 months passed by. Robert came back into the picture and once again wooed me over.
HPs. Hip.
The relationship. That was on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, you might have to explain the slang to me. It's probably, yeah, it's probably some common. I probably already know what it is because I'm talking about it, but I just know HPs. How many HPs? Hit points?
With our son.
Okay. Health points. Okay.
He came out at his mom's house one day telling me that we were going to move in. And I was like, really? Back into his mom's house? I'm like, really? We went through this before, and it was only lasted a week. It was a nightmare before.
You're the one that begged Rob to let you come back there. Wrong. No fault. You're straight.
That's enough, man. My lips speak short, man. That's not
For real. Yo, I know, right? Because you're already interrupting and everything. Oh, jeez.
His mother's.
Golden egg. I finally seen one and I didn't pass it up. No.
From the day that I moved in, practically I was terrorized verbally, mentally, and physically. She lived there as well, yes.
Okay.
I have evidence, my video, of that particular day before I went.
What's it going to show?
It's going to show her abusing me.
Okay.
It's going to show.
Let's see it.
You're going to love this bed. No matter how good your mattress is, you'll sleep more soundly and comfortably when your mattress is supported by a DreamCloud adjustable bed frame. Using the DreamCloud adjustable bed frame's wireless controller, you can quickly and easily position your head, neck, legs, and feet at the exact height and angle you want, with just the touch of a button. Then, presto. Maximum rest and relaxation are yours. You can preset your programmable controller to adjust your bed for activities other than sleeping, including reading, watching TV, and using your laptop in bed. Lift your head to help open blocked airways, so you can breathe easily and reduce snoring. Elevate your ankles and feet to promote good blood circulation from your legs back to your heart, helping to reduce pressure. Or if you choose,
I was just trying to think in my head, what would make this game better?
When I'm reading in bed now.
Maybe graphics, but don't. Yeah, that's what you do. That's what you do. Keep the same.
Including a built-in massage option.
Oh shit! So I can get the regular whip and the interesting, and it evolves, I assume. Okay, I get it.
That makes you feel like you're floating in space and helps relieve pressure buildup on your spine. And
Duly noted. Thank you. I'm gonna do that.
Under the bed. Dual USB ports that make it convenient and easy.
But yeah, I think they should make this game
and other devices while you sleep.
All over again. Oh shit! Yeah, dude, make the game all over again. Way better graphics than Diablo. Okay.
My friends have noticed my energy levels.
And just and release it.
The DreamCloud adjustable bed is compatible with all of our DreamCloud platform bases.
Okay, for this guy. Okay.
Allows it to fit easily in other platforms as well. At your option, you can
Yeah, and then just do DLC just how you do. But DLC here, DLC there.
comprehensive Dream Cloud
Like,
sleeping
oh
system.
my
A full bed
gosh, this
setup
game
at your
with
command.
fucking good
Conforms to the way
like
you
crazy
want to sleep.
graphics. What the
Luxury
hell?
Dream Cloud mattress
Oh
elevated
my
at
gosh.
on a
The
Dream
thought
Cloud
alone is
adjustable
just.
bed. Result: a total
Oh
Dream Cloud
yeah.
sleeping system.
Okay.
Parallel stability, support, coolness, and comfort. So you can sleep sound on a bed that's exactly as you like it.
Oh yeah, I'm
Get the
definitely
Dream
doing
Cloud
that
mattress
later.
and adjustable frame bundle for 50% off
Definitely.
when you order
Just to see
today.
what it does. Uh-oh. They're fighting. Okay. I wonder. I have to finish the run though, right? I can't just back out. Or could I?
So trying to get things out of her.
Yes, sir.
That's what she's saying. Why didn't you let her get her things out of her? Why didn't you just
Oh
bring her
wow.
things out?
Okay.
Okay, because I was afraid of her, Your Honor. She
What was your husband saying?
It's so addicting. Shit.
Well, he was back and forth, but what occurred, what happened was, he would get in an argument with me and get it to the point where I was upset myself. He would step back.
It's just so goddamn addicting, man.
And
Oh, that's really good.
the sister stepped in and
Okay, so the only time they terrorize you is when your husband suggested they do something? Okay. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, as I had mentioned, all of the what Stephanie is saying are untrue. If anybody's terrorized, it's me.
Somebody has terrorized you.
I'm the terrorized person.
A very appreciated advisor, by the way. Oh man.
Stephanie from day one, but I tried to be the bigger person.
I usually, not usually, but sometimes I ask for Cash App donations. I'm about to send you one here in a second. You keep this there. You and that other guy. What? I forget. You know. Well, first I gotta remember your name first, then think about that, right?
See, I wasn't present for that.
They give you a hearing. They give you a hearing. They give you the restraining order.
Yes.
Then they give you a date for the hearing.
Yes.
That's what I'm referring to.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Did you go to the hearing?
Yes, I did.
Did you tell the judge?
I might have to get me one.
And what the judge said?
I got a whole bunch of IPAs in there. My friend, he's brewing. He's been brewing for about a year or so. So he's got, but he knows like professional brewing companies. So he just uses their equipment, brews his stuff, and then yeah, so he has like a million kegs of all these different IPAs. And that's peanut butter. That's vanilla. That's he gets all creative and shit. So yeah. The IPA and that market. I want to try to take over the cannabis market, podcasting, and club type of shit, where there's like a therapist, a licensed therapist on hand. And if you become a member of the club, like you can come in and get stuff if you want and leave, fine. But if you become a member, and within this, they'll kind of like find certain strains to help you deal with, anxiety or.
Have the police involved several times in your marriage.
Irish whiskey, huh? Gee, that's that good Irish whiskey. You know what I mean? I'll take a shot with you one of these days, man. Oh yeah. But yeah, having a therapist on deck to prescribe certain strains for certain, things that individuals might be going through. Somebody might be like, "Oh, I'm going to a wedding. There's going to be all kinds of people I don't really know, and I'm nervous about it."
She went to jail too. She didn't tell you that.
Oh shit. Be careful with that, cause that.
I pled guilty because
Oh yeah. Isn't that the UFC guys proper 12? Oh gosh.
Is just
Alright.
being very explosive, controlling, manipulating, vindictive. Where I think what she's doing with my sister right now isn't really about the money. It isn't about the so-called food, about her buying Burger King for her, and that she owes her a Whopper.
Please tell me that's not what she's going to do.
Yes, that's exactly what this is.
Burger King talk about. Tell me about the loans, the food, and emotional distress.
okay, the loans is
Yeah, they probably sever ties with him because he don't know how to act. You know, good fighter and everything, but he's bro. Maybe he just had a rough childhood or something. But yeah, that guy.
she wouldn't make grades. She wasn't making money.
All right. So which character do I want now? The same one?
$120 for cigarettes, $320 for food,
New character.
$100
Okay.
for pet food, $100 for gas.
I got a few. There's this one. Oh, the Eleanor one? This one?
Well, I'm charging because I had to replace food. She stole food from my pantry.
Let me see your list, please.
You're talking about the what's her name? Eleanor? Yeah. Okay. What's that? Okay. Okay.
Download now.
Okay, interesting. Okay. And I'm gonna be picking Eleanor.
January 2012, I had gone into a hotel because of the fact that she was harassing me and terrorizing me.
Okay.
Robert and I went together to this hotel, and we stayed there for 3 days. And she was sending nasty text messages. Basically, she was taking back my food, and when I went back to the house,
Do you have that text?
no, I don't.
Do you have any evidence that she stole food from you?
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah, once you pick it, right?
It is a statement from
Oh wait, are you talking about those?
she
saw her stealing food.
No, she didn't.
Oh wait, hold on.
Because this is coming across now like nonsense.
Oh, when it says max weapons and eggs and shit like that.
Just like your ex-husband said. So what is it that your friend knew or saw regarding her stealing food out of your pantry?
Because I called her and told her, and I said, I don't know what I'm going to do.
How did you know she
Interesting.
stole it?
Because she sent a text message which Robert had erased.
Give me that. Oh, it's erased. I got it.
He erased it.
All right. And now, did you install and agree to repay for cigarettes, food, pet food, and gas?
Which one should I pick?
All right. Now let's talk about the food. Did you steal her food?
No, I did not.
All right. Your counterclaim is for what?
Emotional distress.
How so?
And she is say, again, that explosive temper, many times engaged with me, got in my face. You know,
At your home?
Yes.
Was your mother there?
Yes.
Your mother's home?
Yes.
Could have been to that emotional distress the first night. Could have said, Mama, you can't stay here, or Mama, I'm leaving. Mama, choose who you want to stay here because this is going to be a problem. But instead, you stayed there and you endured it. And your mother allowed her to stay there.
Interesting.
And you all endured it.
Well, you're
Spell string at 10,
Emotional distress and then sue
2
somebody
and 3. Okay.
you have an obligation to mitigate
Spell strike, spell
mitigate means
string.
lessen it by whatever means.
Okay, yeah, I like the third one. Okay, I see.
there for years beforehand. The reason they
Ah.
came into the house.
And then we're going back to the library, correct?
For emotional distress, for all the fussing and fighting at the house. She's suing you all for emotional distress. distress for all the fussing and fighting at the house. But I'm not going to grant you a judgment. You say you loaned her cigarettes, money, food, money, bad food, money, gas money.
So I got me a Voodoo Ranger New Belgium IPA. It's a Juice Force, a hazy Imperial IPA. Fucking what's the 9.5%? Let's see. Okay, library works. Okay. Let's look our map. So we're gonna try and go somewhere I haven't been. Can we do? Okay, what about a boss rush? That's a map. Okay, I'll back up. Okay. The bone one? Bone zone? Bone zone, bone zone. What you think about the bone zone?
Roll the dice and make your moves. Play with your friends and family. Unlock your inner tycoon. Monopoly Go. Download now.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. I'm just gonna go to the first one then. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the first level. What is that?
So Genie's silly. Defendant petitioner says Genie is a former crack dealer. And things fell apart.
Uh-oh. Anytime Judge Mathis gets a case where the crack is involved, it's a funny ass fucking situation.
I should have realized early on that she dropped me as a friend whenever she got a new boyfriend. When she was 16, she got pregnant. We didn't talk for 2 years.
I dropped you as a friend whenever I got a boyfriend, but yet you dropped me and my daughter for a 43-year-old sex offender. Yeah.
Not true.
That's not true, really. Okay. So you're going to lie in a courtroom.
See, this is a cool game because you could literally have a beer in one hand and you could do your thing in the other, you know?
Yes. On February 20, we decided
Pause.
to live together, and on February 24th, we signed a 1-year lease. What year? 2011. And we agreed to both pay half of the rent. She only lived there 2 weeks, and she had many different guests in our house.
Right.
One of them resulting in damages to the wall, which I have a picture of. The story she told me was that she was having sex with someone, and their head was on the wall and left grease stains.
The damages that you're talking about are in the hallway, and it's a hole from whenever we moved in.
It came
Thank
from
you.
him banging his head.
Holy.
Thank you. And try to lie again.
What the hell is going on here? Damn. Judge Mathis is stupid. Oh, jeez.
Sounds pretty extraordinary.
To me, Your Honor.
One of a man coming in grinning.
That sounds like a lie to me, Your Honor.
I do like a spell strike.
The story she told me was
Oh,
that she was
that was a hard one.
having sex with someone, and their head was on the wall and left grease stains.
It came from him banging his head.
She said he had grease on.
Yeah, thank you. And try to lie again. Yeah.
So I assume I'm just focusing on all of the spell strikes and the spell. There's a couple of other ones, spell strike and.
Who's a convicted sex offender.
Okay.
She met her boyfriend
husband a week after we moved in. The next day after she met him, she had moved him into our house. 5 days later, we had a disagreement and told her that he could no longer live there.
Let me allow her to speak before we get to the rent and
Oh
the
my
damages.
gosh, you look so bad in court when you interrupt like that. Oh my Lord, have
Yeah, very
mercy.
much so.
Go ahead,
Thank
ma'am.
you, Your Honor. And she's going to talk about me choosing boyfriends over, over her, but yet whenever I was pregnant with my daughter, I tried to call her to get her to come to the hospital, and she denied me, probably because she was selling crack at that time.
Uh-oh. Here we
Her
go.
mother is sitting here. Her mother is sitting here as a witness whenever she's a former crackhead herself.
She doesn't look like what society projects as the typical crack dealer.
Yeah, well,
you know, society projects.
That's why.
criminals could be inner city tough.
That's why they do it. Get away with bloody
Here
murder.
we have innocent looking.
Okay, okay, nice.
I was surprised too.
What the hell is you? You used to sell crack, no, sir. When did
Remember, I told you to forget about.
And not to like talk shit, but I'm just trying to describe to you guys what the girl.
Champions, I want to show you the best champions you want to empower first. Securing third place is Farak in the Fat, an ally attack champion with additional poison for.
Stop. Okay, maybe I said it wrong. Not used to. Do you
Oh wow, they what do they call it? They nerfed it.
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir. You intend to in the future. No, sir. Where's she getting this from?
But yeah, the girl that's being accused of selling crack or whatever. Like, no offense, but she's kind of like a heavy set, like Caucasian lady, you know?
She used to sell crack.
Oh
It's
boy.
like, come on, why would I lie about something like that?
And she never called me to ask me to come to her when her baby was born.
Point being is, you know, when people don't look the part, they could be doing all kinds of weird, nefarious shit. You never just like, oh, jeez.
If she likes, state your name.
You know, I'll leave that to the chat. You know, I try to be not extremely PC, but enough to where they're not trying to chop my head off after every sentence. You know?
It really upsets me that Amanda would even do this to my daughter when she's trying to help her in so many ways. I mean, they lived together for 2 weeks, and in them 2 weeks, I had her daughter like 9 to 10 days. I mean,
Where was she
Really,
those
it really-
9 to 10 days?
they were at their house in Indianapolis, and her daughter was at my house in Rainbow.
Right? Hey, you know, we're not out of the cancel culture era yet. You know, give it a few more years, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Let us get some new government in there, and about 2, 3, 4, 5 years after that, then we can. Yeah. My buddy, he's crazy. He lets that F word fly. But what do we say in turn of that? Like we say maggots, and my buddy says the other word with the F, and I say, oh God. And, oh. So you still got some pretty loose-lipped, you know. And it's one, you know, my whole thing is it's one thing if you're 21 years old. It's one thing if you're 19, 18, you know, 20. Okay, fine. You want to have loose lips like that, that's okay, whatever. But as you get a little bit older, you know.
What had happened was that she had moved in her 43-year-old sex offender boyfriend. He was staying there for 2.5
Oh my God.
that's not living there.
I can only imagine. Cause shoot, that was hella funny too. Cause my friend's like, oh, you don't want me to say the F word, right? He's like, all right, well, I'm gonna start calling people bundles of sticks. I said, what you mean? Cause I guess that's the F word in the UK. Or something like that. I'm like, oh my God. But I thought that was like a cigarette. Like a cigarette would be that, you know.
She was going to pretty much choose this 43-year-old sex offender over me and her supposed niece, because that's what she liked to call my daughter.
That's not true.
Yeah, it's a good question.
9 to 10 days.
Oh, jeez.
Really, 9 to 10 days.
He's like, you bundle of sticks. He's like, you He's like, you old bundle of sticks. I said, oh, dang it. I said, oh, dang it. Trying to be PC, but still trying to be his old disrespectful self, you know? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mate over anybody.
Yes, that is true.
Friends, cousins, parents.
Yeah.
Folks can't come between relationships because you're likely to lose because of a variety of factors, not including if their heads are getting knocked up against the wall. That's okay, innocent. They lost cause. Now let's get to the rent and damages.
We moved in. I paid for all expenses, the rental truck, the new furniture, because we lived with our
Yeah,
parents.
I mean, mostly. Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to phrase that. Mostly. Same here. Yeah, yeah.
How much was that to be?
For the most part, you know.
She felt, careful now. You're about to get in bed with the man who killed Frontier legend. Wow. Hell, to pay. How many?
10.
Okay.
She's actually still on my lease. Yeah, she's still
Oh,
on my
no.
lease.
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
On the 5th day of her boyfriend living with us, I asked for him. I told him
I try not to even carry that around. The whole malice thing. Oh, no. Yeah, if it ever gets like that, I just remove myself. Oh, no, I can't. You know, malice. But then again, you know, yeah. Oh, jeez. I like to deal with a lot of people. I like to be international, so is what they call it. You know, you gotta network.
She kicked me out, and that's the argument that I was explaining to
But
you.
yeah, that malice stuff, you know, that's crazy stuff right there.
I wanted her sex offender boyfriend to leave for the safety of my daughter. She told me no, and I told her that, you know, if she didn't make him leave, basically I was gonna call the police and let them know that he was there.
You can't.
And she
It'll mess you all up, man.
Curse word.
You know.
Boyfriend could get out with my daughter, so I left. So I was kicked out.
You on the lease? She can't put you out.
She told me to leave, so I did.
You wanted to leave with your boyfriend.
Oh, wait.
Boyfriend issues, but no, I'm not gonna get involved. Yours is a sex fiend, so I'm not getting involved.
But I have statements from my mother.
I'm telling you, man.
In fact,
try to network, try to build a business, try to build you know, you can have a large group of good quality friends. You just got to learn how to properly vet folks. You know, at least that's how I do it. You know, do you do this? Do you know, you could be and look, I have good buddies that are, that used to do heroin and shit back in the day. They're cool now, right? But it doesn't matter what you used to do.
Interpreted as about 3 months.
Oh, jeez.
Pay 3 months of rent.
Well, okay, I haven't been married yet. I haven't been married yet, no. But, you know. Well, I've been in long relationships, though. This is like a 8-year relationship. I think last one was like 4 or 5. So, you know, I've been in, just, you know. Well, marriage is definitely still on the table for me. I just, you know.
Because of the fact that she did kick me and my daughter.
I watched this guy, his name's Jesse Lee Peterson. He's so fucking hilarious, man. He's religious. He's a pastor and stuff, so, you know, bear with him. But, you know.
Or actually $300. And I have all the receipts here with me for you to see. And she also lied to me and told me that her herself was not suing me, that the apartment...
It's Shock G's, I think, birthday or something just passed or something like that. That's the guy who made, the main guy who made this song. I'm a huge hip-hop, like, guru. That's why I'm media guru on YouTube. I don't know why I picked that for my thing, because there's so many people that have that same name, you know. They say brilliant minds think alike, but gosh, man. And no, yeah. If you're ever bored, I have a couple of I don't know how you would access it, but I have a bunch of playlists
up the same day he moved out.
of just like
They moved out.
podcasts,
He beat
different
her
things
ass.
I watch throughout the day, and
Yeah, true.
there's some good stuff in there. There's music. I watch this show called The Five on Fox. Oh man, I got all playlists of that. So it's just
Judgment for the plaintiff. Your claim is dismissed. Have a good day.
Who you think you are? But to sit there on TV and downgrade me like that, can't be that.
You left your you didn't leave no one. Yeah, you just said days and days. You don't have a clue.
well, you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? You know, I've been
People support is fit to be king.
Oh wow, oh that's cool. Well, what they say, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, right?
See it? Circuit.
Oh wow, what kind of music?
Is Chrome, the only browser with Google Lens.
Real cases before a real judge. And now, end of the courtroom of Judge Mathis. Erica Greenwood
Yeah, I'm a
dated the
huge.
defendant, but on their son's first birthday, he was arrested for drug trafficking and spent 2 years in jail. Erica is
Oh, she mostly mental to your say.
payment.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm a huge hip hop head.
Facing 20 years to life.
But throughout my years, I've learned to adapt and listen to different stuff. An old friend of mine got me into some pretty good shit, like System of a Down and stuff like that. But
2003, we had a 5-year-old son. Things were fine. Then in the year of 2006,
oh wait,
his first birthday,
just a whole montage of different, the whole cornucopia of collages there, huh? Just you said trap, funk, metal, golly.
and the police came and they
Oh wow,
arrested
that had to
him
be
for
sick. See, like System, okay. So I'm a massive hip hop head, right? But like, I do know good music, right? I have a quality ear, so to say. So like with like rock, I fuck with System of a Down. I fuck with Rage Against the Machine, but that's kind of rapish.
August 2007,
That's illegal. That's illegal.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
What state is that?
California.
Yeah, there's 180.
So yeah, like Rage Against the Machine, System of a Down, of course, like the Metallica and the Panteras and the Slipknot is crazy, and the Nine Inch Nails is crazy. Okay, yeah, it's kind of like hip hop. It's like cross a little bit, yeah. Ska, it's something. No, wait, no, it's not ska. But I do fuck with ska, like Sublime, yeah, of course Sublime. 311's tight.
Okay, so he was in jail, and I was stood by his side the whole time, writing him letters and everything. When Mr. Lopez,
Yeah.
Mr. Lopez,
See what happens is you get that really good Humboldt County ooey.
took a job as a club promoter.
You get some super good ooey from Humboldt. You go to the ocean, you set up, you grill some food, you camp out, you have your night. I have a big ass speaker, portable Bluetooth speaker, hella big, like super big. And we go out there and you listen to that Amber is the killer, and you just be out there like, whoa, you be like, whoa, you be out there living, right? See, I'm a music head. I'm definitely a music head.
Couldn't get a car financing.
But I'm proficient in other forms of media as well. Movies, games, music, of course. Yeah, man. TV shows. Nowadays TV shows are better than movies. So, Squid Games and Game of Thrones and I mean, it even goes back. I go far back to the Nip Tuck. There was a show called Nip Tuck that was about two plastic surgeons and all the weird shit that they had to go through. I got a lot of. So I got like 15 or 20 terabytes of stuff.
I'm in the process, but it's like it took me a while to get it going because a lot of the lawyers were afraid to sue the government.
Nip Tuck was dope. Yeah, bonfires are the shit, man. But I like to do the glamping type of shit. So I'll do a bonfire type of situation out in Humboldt on the beach. Then I'll bust out. Oh yeah, right. That's how I got into it, an ex-girlfriend. But and I'll set up on the beach and then I'll bring a projector with my blow up screen and be out there just playing, Switch or, I don't bring any crazy console out to the, all the sand and shit, but I'll bring the Switch and all kinds of shit. I got terabytes of this, that, and the other. We'll be watching fucking horror movies on the beach, all kinds of shit. Yeah, man. When I start doing my podcast, I want to do it live on the beach. So I got to get like tables and weights for the wind. I gotta get these like little things that cover the microphone, so like when wind's blowing, it doesn't sound all fucking, crazy and shit. But yeah, it's gonna be nice.
I mean, this is a problem that him and I always have. He'll say we're broken up, but then he's still in my face, in my presence.
Like when you got back with her.
Oh shit.
Like, I felt like she turned her back on me when I was going through that. So it's like, I didn't feel the same. And then when I was calling her, I was reaching out. She was
Damn it, what's not supposed to evolve that?
We weren't as close. Like,
maybe I did. Okay. Maybe I did.
Think she would start seeing someone else? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2 years now. I don't like wedding people without evidence because that's what happened to me.
That is fucking amazing. That is amazing. And you know what I like to do, and I actually got this from another. He was like one of my old boss, right? He was a punk rock, like he was very modest. He wouldn't. Oh shit! Oh, the skinny dipping. Ooh wee. No, but my buddy, he was very modest, so he wouldn't be like. I'd be like, dude, you're a promoter. He's like, no, I just do it for my buddies, and I get together, But he was I got the idea from him. Shit, if you ever come to California, I'll set you up with some gigs, man. We could do some shit. I got one of my buddies owns a bunch of land with a pool and stuff. We might be able to do a gig over there. A couple other buddies have really nice properties and shit. We do some shit there. And there's some alright venues, Yeah, man, I could get you set up, man. Just let me know. I've been wanting to get into setting stuff up like that. What do you call it, a promoter or venue person?
So Mr. Lopez wasn't satisfied with that. He wanted to still be with me. But of course, now
gives me the opportunity to brush shoulders with some of these guys that set up these events out here and shit. Little festivals and shit.
So he decided that he wants his car back.
Could you or would you ever be willing to play like in the snow? I don't know if equipment wise that would work, but.
You can satisfy my needs without,
Oh, I know, right? What do they call them? War stories, they call them. No? Speaking of, I'm going to take me another swig of my Voodoo Ranger. Oh, shit.
I said, hey, well, can we go get the car refinanced and I can put it in my name? My credit is good. I paid some bills. I can give the car refinanced money. He says, no. I want my car.
Oh, you're right. They should have some crazy shit, man. Some new technology, man, where it's like waterproof fucking amp, waterproof fucking generators, and man, they probably have them. They're just hella expensive.
He decided to come to the salon on the busiest day of the week, Saturday, bring the police. The police comes inside of my job. They say Mr. Lopez is outside in the parking lot, and Mr. Lopez wants his car. Trying to bargain with the police.
Well, thanks again, guys, for tuning in. We're gonna go hard on this.
That's what they do at the barbershop and the beauty salon gossips. So you gave him some good material.
Well, he did. You know, your officer, he said, we were in a place and at this time,
Oh,
this is a little
yeah.
bit far, so get you some bags and come outside and get your belongings. He takes the car and he goes on
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
and
You're
takes
right.
the vehicle. Yeah.
Sometimes, just out of curiosity, I'll go and price out equipment at like the local,
She basically got me
what do they have?
to
Like, it's like a,
my name.
I don't know, a place where they sell like the guitars and like amps and they have all the podcast equipment and stuff like that. I'll check that stuff out. The little,
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
shoes, I don't even know what the hell they're called.
She never told me she was free. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love this character. I've used this character before. I unlocked this character on the Switch, but I'm glad that I know kind of I have a direction now, right? Like I said before, I was just aimlessly playing with that. Which there was a little bit of nostalgia to that because you didn't know what was going on, per se. So you'd be playing, you'd be like, oh shoot, it was like, I don't know. But I prefer this though. I prefer this because I needed help, man. Once I figured out that there was so many different things that you could do and like unlock and stuff, I'm like, oh man. And you know what I didn't like is trying to figure out, like saying, okay, I'm gonna go on YouTube and see somebody else do it. It's just hard. Like I don't know. People just don't. I don't know. They're not too articulate. They're just playing, and I don't hate them. I don't hate on their articulation there. I'm just saying I couldn't really get much from it. But no, I did get a little bit from it. I'd watch. I'd say, okay, you do this, you gotta do that, you use this character, Okay. Duly noted. Yeah, check him out. Check him out. You said Dex, huh? Is that an American individual, or not that it matters? But.
Yeah, I took it. Had she been late on the payment? No. The very last one, she was a little late. They called her late. They called for spending. Why did you feel that was late?
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, doing it yourself is a lot funner,
$3,224.
Oh shoot, I assume he has that thick accent. Oh my gosh. Dang. And you know what's crazy? I don't know if you knew this, speaking of German culture and whatnot. Oktoberfest is right now. It's not in October. I could have sworn I heard that. Like, Oktoberfest ain't in October? No, it's in September. I could have sworn, or like the end of September into October or something like that.
Was based on her pay, and she paid. You can't go back on the agreement because you get mixed at her.
She tricked me into getting the car, though, y'all, and I didn't think it was.
She should have been who you was talking to get the car. You sound like you got way too much game to get tricked. I know better than that. And you can't trick me. I got a lot of game stuff.
Once I do got the car, she turned to a beast. She was harassing me.
That's right, emotional distress.
Okay, see, I knew it was something like that. Yeah. There you go.
Ma'am, did you do any of this?
I don't believe so. I think he's lying. I think he's lying. I believe he's lying.
Have any evidence of that? A letter or statement? She knows she did it. Unfortunately, you possessed her car illegally, so she only had it how many months? 4 months. I'm going to give her all
crud.
$473 because you should not be rewarded for your illegal.
I heard messing up my club too, man.
That's different as too. I'm not here to determine that. With regard to the car payments, I'm not sure what you believe she should pay you for car payments that you owe.
I'm not lasting too long here.
I can't go with streets too. You know she gave me. Yeah, I'm from the street. I was in the street.
Well, you called me a beast, and I think that was very unnecessary because, I've always cared about you, and you know that.
I feel like when it was good, but when it was bad, it was bad.
So, should I use the same character?
Real cases before a real judge. Plaintiff Lisa Romero rented an apartment from the defendant, and she also worked for him. Lisa claims the defendant sexually harassed her for months and even offered her money for sexual favors. She's suing her former landlord for harassment and unpaid wages. Defendant Shikeo insists Lisa is completely lying about the sexual harassment, and he claims Lisa is a prostitute who often showed up to work high on drugs. Sheik is countersuing for unpaid rent and stolen money. Start with you.
For Your Honor, I'm here today because I was sexually harassed. I'm a
So-
former tenant and a former employee.
Let's see.
I started working for Chic in May of 2010, and while working in one of the units painting, he walked into the unit and started
What's
a
that
conversation,
relic?
and then
See that relic up
tried
in the
hugging
top
me
left
and
corner?
stole
What
a
is
kiss
that?
from me on the cheek. At this time, I got offended and I walked out of the unit. I had kids to support, so I continued to work. And July of 2010, he asked if I would be a property manager, and I agreed and I accepted the job. He came to the property quite often, more than usual, and he would ask if I would perform sexual favors, and he offered $10, $20. It went on for several months, and
What would you say?
Okay.
I was disgusted.
And how long did he continue to proposition you for sex?
All the way up until December.
Okay, so I could just play this level, try to get that
you
relic,
say
and
it's
then in the
I would
meantime,
leave, I would
you
hide
know.
in my apartment. I wouldn't show up to work. He would send tenants, all the tenants went and knocked on my door. He'd see my kids outside, he'd start harassing them, asking them
Did you have a boyfriend at that time?
In the beginning, no.
At any point during
Yes,
the time?
in the end,
Did you tell him?
yes.
What did he say?
My boyfriend wanted to go out and yell at him, but he didn't say anything.
What did he suggest to you?
He suggested I quit. And
Is this the gentleman, your boyfriend?
Yes.
All right. You want to stand up, sir? State your name.
William Benson Jr.
What do you want to tell me about this alleged sexual harassment?
When she did inform me about it,
How
I
did
did suggest
she
her.
start telling you?
It was before Thanksgiving last year.
All right.
I suggested to her that she needs to get a lawyer or she needs to get somebody to talk to because I feel that she didn't have to live like that and she didn't have to accept that kind of treatment or anything.
All right. If it happened, I'm glad you didn't get violent. That's a very good way to respond. That's a very dignified way to respond. Good. And if and when did it stop?
it still goes on. He
Okay, I get it.
No. He harasses my family. He has my sister who now works for him, who's now his property manager, call my mom and say, oh, he needs to talk to me. He just has questions for me if I would call.
Hear from you, sir.
Your Honor, that's total lie. Totally lie. She was evicted from my brother's apartment, and she went to Maji Mason Center for prostitution and for
Oh, wow.
all kinds of stuff.
Max
She was
Hell.
there.
Do you have evidence of that?
I don't have evidence
You
for
have a
that, but
bunch of paperwork there.
okay.
And you're going to allege
Yeah,
that
the
this
stats.
woman was a
Yeah.
prostitute.
Oh shit.
And you have nothing
Okay.
there to prove it.
Your Honor, that's what she told me. That's what she told me.
Okay. How did you all get into that conversation?
One day she was sitting in the office. She was telling about her life story, how hardship she was. But she told me.
When did she say she had been a prostitute?
Well, she didn't have when my brother's apartment, when she didn't have a rent to pay or feed the kids, she didn't have money. She had to make money somewhere.
That's what she
That's
told
crazy.
you.
That's what she told me. And from there, she was evicted. Every apartment I pulled her history was evicted all the way. Till now, she don't have a place to stay because
Previous
I
apartment.
pulled the history of the
You have that?
No, I didn't. I looked at it.
You have all this paperwork, and so far, all the things you've told me, you have no way to substantiate it. What is all that paperwork you have? It looks like you have about 300 pages there. And so far, nothing
Doesn't
you've
seem like
said.
this guy's taking much
Can you
damage
back up?
either.
So, let's move on to you
What the hell?
responding to what she said. Have you ever kissed her on the cheek?
No, Your Honor.
Have you
No, Your
ever
Honor.
made
No,
advances
sir.
at all toward her?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, good enough. Has she ever alleged that you were harassing her sexually?
No, Your Honor.
This is the
Okay.
first time you've heard it.
Yes, Your Honor. From
Okay, good enough.
The plaintiff, Lisa Romero, is suing her former landlord because she claims he sexually harassed her for months and even offered her money for sexual favors.
So let's move on. What happened after that?
Yeah, man, I was hoping you guys would, I would catch you guys.
Questions about my boyfriend and asked some questions of how big his private was, who was in my apartment. I even have a statement from my 10-year-old son.
Read it. What you want me to know?
At first, he started watching our apartment from the parking lot. Then he started asking me who was in the house and who was my mom's boyfriend and how big his private. Then he kept knocking on our door in the morning. He told my mom to go to the office because he needed to talk to her because he was the manager. When she did go, I would wait outside because he'd shut the door and lock it. She talked so loud so I could hear him telling my mom to private. I'm too late with him. My mom would say no. Then I would keep knocking because my mom said to leave her.
That's enough now. Sir, does this young man, this 10-year-old, he's making all that up also?
Your Honor, I don't have a contact with the young kids.
Right. And this is the first time you've heard this?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good enough. And how does he owe you for unpaid wages?
He kept my paychecks for the weeks of 11/14/2010 to 11/20, and then the pay date of 11/21/2010 to 11/27/2010.
Is that it?
No, there's one more. 11/28 to 12/4/2010.
Okay.
The check note
Yes.
that I would have took home would have been $280.
And what did he tell you when you asked about your money?
I don't owe him anything because I owe rent. But I have rent receipts showing that I paid because he wouldn't give me my paycheck, so I would work for my rent. Instead, we filed eviction after he said we had rent.
Your Honor, I have a copy of the checks he's paid.
They really had to think this game out. Like, this wasn't something they just said, "Oh, let's do this real quick." No, they.
What are you handing me this to say?
Oh,
It
nice.
says zero.
She took the advance.
Does it say that on the?
Look on the top.
Advance of $150.
Yeah, which was deducted from her paycheck.
Ma'am?
I never seen that paycheck or check stub or whatever.
Yeah, because he didn't give it to you. Why didn't you give it to her, sir?
I couldn't get a hold of her. If I go close, what she says, she's gonna say, "Hey."
Okay, she said you evicted her. When did you evict her?
Okay, Your Honor.
When did you evict her? Did she come to court for the eviction?
No, Your Honor. She was so doped up, she can't even know what's going on.
She was so doped up.
So do you know she was doped? One day when she was working, she came to
Whoa.
the office. We had a meeting. She was falling apart.
What the fuck?
Somebody go get a medical. She was still not sustained.
I'm talking about the morning in which she missed court.
That's crazy.
You're defaming her.
The gentleman standing next to you don't work. He sells dope only. There's a high dope.
So what does that have to do with her being doped up that morning? Him selling drugs. And by the way, how long have you known that?
For a couple of months.
While she was living there?
Yeah.
So you were a accessory.
Armor. Okay, yeah, I forgot. Dang it.
That's why I just gotta say you're selling Let's see your addiction papers. You're addicted up for dope?
No,
well then, if you didn't drop dope, then that's not the reason you evicted her. Why don't you just tell me you did?
Because when I
said woman, she alleged that you were a sex fiend that harassed her. Now I ask you about
Yellow
this fact that you
sign.
never
See,
gave
that's
to
what I'm
her.
talking about.
You said she
So how many
didn't
more of
know
those
that you were all
signs?
doped up that
So is that like, so if I get like more different color signs, will more characters unlock and stuff?
Because her boyfriend sells dope. I say, well, how long did you know that? You say, for a few months. I say, well, you're an accessory. If you knew they were selling dope and you did not do anything about it. You say, no, that's the reason I evicted her. I said, where's the papers that show what you evicted them for dope? You said, well, no, that's not what I evicted them for. But I asked you to the case.
En tu primera casa se viven muchas primeras veces, desde primeros amores hasta primeros pasos. Claro, a veces puede parecer demasiado.
But like, okay, so there's only one yellow sign, but there's like a blue
Pero con la ayuda de Dios,
sign, or like a just different, like maybe unlocks more stuff.
seguirá siendo de tu primera casa un hogar completamente tuyo.
Oh, nice.
Haces más, logras más.
Do you have any more evidence, man? He got a whole stack. He hasn't shown me anything yet.
Oh, no worries.
What is it that you want to show me?
Okay, the eviction paper here. I give it to you in notice.
All right, let's see. Did you go to court and get a conviction judgment?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, that's what I need to see.
Then I gave someone she's supposed to file the summons, answer for the summons.
Move
Let
up.
me see the judgment. Is that what you're suing for? Are you suing for unpaid rent and stolen money? Is that for the judgment you've received? Is that the rent you're suing for?
No, I'm suing for the left of the lease. What evidence do you have?
He
You want to
does
show?
have knowledge of the sexual harassment. We made an agreement that I would make payments on the December rent that I owed him. And he agreed to it as long as I wouldn't get him for sexual harassment.
Plaintiff Lisa Romero is suing her former landlord because she claims he sexually harassed her for months.
So is this the level that I need to be in, or could I go to the first or second or third level?
I'll be making payment a month. And January 1st, I will only be able to pay $300 towards January. I will pay all my past due rent and make my rent current and will not file a sexual harassment case against you. Sir, did you do it? Did you sign an agreement with her where she said she would not file a sexual harassment claim?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you have your license today? I can compare signatures. Ma'am, I hope you didn't forge your signature.
Okay.
Your case is gone. This certainly is not a forgery, sir.
Your Honor,
This is your signature.
Your Honor, that's not right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So I believe you're every bit of the sexual that she caused you.
Oh, dang.
See that page? No, you can't see nothing. I've seen your signature and I've seen this signature. You're an assault to this court. You should be prosecuted by for sexual assault. Get out of my courtroom. Your claim is dismissed. It's a claim. Have a good day.
Okay. We gotta get those beads, huh?
Don't have to deal with him anymore. It's frustrating and exhausting and
Tired of harassment.
Real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Jason Truitt says 2 months after he started dating the defendant, she got pregnant. Jason suspected the defendant was cheating because he saw naked pictures of other men in her phone.
So we don't. So yeah, we have to go to this stage, or doesn't matter.
Jason suing his ex for unreturned property. Defendant Erica Pointer insists Jason fathered her daughter, but says he started questioning paternity after he got a new girlfriend. So she petitioned the court for a paternity test. Erica's countersuing for emotional distress and defamation.
Start with you.
I met Erica like 4 years ago on the internet. And within like 2 months, she became pregnant.
Okay. Okay.
At first, I was on the internet. I didn't know to do that.
And the.
Yeah, the computers do a lot of things these days. Go ahead.
But she became, like, after we started talking, she got pregnant in like 2 months. At first, I said some, like, during her pregnancy, I said some things at first, so I wasn't really sure if the baby was mine.
Oh, you didn't mind her getting pregnant?
It was just a spare the moment kind of thing. Just
you only did it without contraceptives once.
no, it was all.
So it's
It was just
a whole bunch of times. You didn't think that it was a possibility that she could get pregnant, or you didn't care?
I just wasn't thinking about it.
Your Honor, he asked me to have a baby.
Once I found out you were pregnant.
No, beforehand too.
Either you were willing to take the risk, or you wanted to doubt it. So let's move right along. Within 2 months, she was impregnated.
Within 2 months, she was impregnated. During the pregnancy, I seen some things that made me like question if the baby was mine or not. Like what? Like dudes were sending pictures of their private parts, and it was crazy. But
it's like dudes, like more than one.
Like I only seen one, but there's no telling. Really, honestly.
How did she explain that?
I don't even remember. That was crazy.
Because it's untrue. That's why he don't remember everything.
Oh, okay. He's making this up?
Yes, he's making it up.
All right.
Very good storyteller.
But after I seen that, but once I first saw the baby, I was like, okay, that's mine. I knew it was my daughter.
Let's just cut his face. Is it child hair?
Yes, Your Honor. The child is, Your Honor, you see his hairline? Like, our daughter came out with, like, the same hairline. And we used to rub it every day, like, Lord Jesus, please, please, please.
Oh my gosh.
Like this.
Jesus, please, what?
Please don't grow in like a regular hair.
Okay. Did it ever grow in?
Yeah, it grew in. She's 3, Your Honor.
Okay, what has happened in the last 3 years?
Oh, it didn't grow.
You're questioning it now, but for the last 3 years, what have you done?
I have pretty much. She has another daughter from a previous relationship, and that baby calls me dad too.
But I guess I'm saying 3 years, you didn't take a paternity test?
When I saw her when she was born,
it's like that. That was enough. Enough. And she's absolutely
Okay.
You never suspected anyone else. Obviously, you were not with anyone else within those 2 months. And he's making up that story about you receiving a picture of men's private parts on your phone.
Yes, I've asked Jason multiple times to take a paternity test.
We took one today, right, for the court. All right, we'll get it and take a look at it. You're absolutely sure. You don't even have to look. All right, go ahead. So what do you want to tell me in terms of the background on your relationship?
As you can see that for 3 years, Jason has never denied until most recently he won a lawsuit settlement, and that's when he started to deny, like, oh, I don't know if I'm her mother. We were together up until he won his lawsuit, and he broke up with me and my daughter.
And you think he began
Okay, duly noted.
No, we were together up until he won a lawsuit. Then
Dang, I
he
need
left
to
me for his
wait
best
for
friend.
them, right?
And then that's when he started to deny that.
After leaving and going with someone else, that's when he began to question. What is it you want to interrupt and say?
She's lying. We broke up in March, and I got my settlement in June.
All right, when'd you break up?
We broke up in July.
Do you have any evidence to prove when you broke up, since you're making this an issue? Okay, because you're suing her for unreturned property. But let me allow you to complete the background you want to give on the case before we get to the specifics.
Okay, one day, this is how I found out about him and his best friend. He invited me to breakfast, and him and his best friend walked out the house together. And I'm like, what's going on? I thought we were going to crash it.
That ain't feeding. What is wrong with you? She didn't
I'm like, what is going on? And they both assured me, like, oh, Eric, you have nothing to worry about. She approached me, like, face to face and was like, Eric, you have nothing to worry about. This is my best friend. I don't even look at him like that. Nothing. No type of feelings, no nothing. And a few days later, Jason texted me, sent me a text message like, I'm in love with her. I don't want to be with you anymore. And that's how everything became about. He purchased everything as gifts to me and my children.
You haven't gotten into that. You texted and said that you didn't want to be with her anymore.
No, I was on my way to New York to go visit my brother. Me and her broke up in March because I went to handle some business, and Steve felt like it was wrong because it was with a female. I was driving to New York when she called me, and she called me on the phone talking to me about some stuff on Twitter, because she seen me and her was together on Twitter, and then she's calling me like, I love you, like, how could you do this to me? But we then broke up, Your Honor. She put me out the house.
You had already been broken up?
Yes, we had already been broken up.
So why did you have to send her a text that day?
I didn't. It wasn't No text. I guarantee you cannot find a text.
Yeah, it was a text message. I was at work.
All right, let's get to the property you're suing about.
And the date is on July 20th, 2012. I moved her into a house because she was about to get evicted from her apartment. When I moved her in there, I bought her 3 bedroom sets. All the appliances like washer, dryer, refrigerator, and stove. And I also let her get my card so she can do a little bit of shopping for her.
Dang, that's crazy.
King size
Yep.
bed. The king size bed, I asked her, can I store it at her house until I get my apartment?
And a 64-inch TV.
Go ahead. Yeah. What else you want me to know? I bought the TV and the bed for me. She already has a queen size bedroom, so why would I buy a king size bed to put in a queen size bedroom?
Okay, what does she do with the other bed?
I have no idea, Your Honor. I went to go try to pick it up one day.
You purchased it for?
I purchased it for me, but I
stored it
because I didn't have an apartment. I lived in an apartment with a whole bunch of dudes, so I didn't.
Things you did purchase for her, you left there.
I left everything that I bought there.
The things for her and your
and my suggestion.
All right, and when you went to pick up your things, what did
How you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you guys all tuning in.
And she said I couldn't get my stuff.
All right, and did you ever go inside?
No.
Okay, you never got in. Ma'am, what do you want to tell me about these properties?
Those are all my things. He purchased them as gifts because he purchased them July 24th.
Sitting here watching Judge Mathis.
July
So
27th.
that's what the background noise is.
He told me that he didn't want a 37-inch TV. He came and he stole one of the TVs from me. Because we
Like, what did the update add? Oh shoot!
But I did file a police report and I have that police report.
Right. So you're saying he's already retrieved the property?
He already retrieved, yes.
Why do you think he's suing you for? He's a millionaire. You got $1 million or something? Why do you think he's suing you for this? Came across country to sue you?
Because all of this is paid.
Does he get $1 million in lawsuit or something?
Yeah.
All of this is just to hurt me.
Why are you pressing her about the bed and the television? You got $1 million.
Your Honor, Steve's been doing everything he can to make it.
So that's why you want to make her life.
Okay. Yeah, we're still here.
Your counterclaim, ma'am, for emotional distress, defamation. What is that for?
Because he tweets negative things about me. He sends me text messages.
Let me see yours.
I didn't really do it because I don't go into her page, but I have something that shows that she does tweet about me. All right. I don't really go
Well, both get some pretty good testimony here. It's hard to tell who's telling the truth.
Okay, so you can check that out.
Even if I help you're nothing. Ma'am, this is nothing but arguing. Tell me where he is. I'm dumb as hell for having a baby by. He said he's dumb. He's talking about himself. What can a like that do for me?
Oh, the secret menu.
Shit. Let's get the results.
How do we access that?
Hard to determine. Now, the baby is yours.
He has not done it.
For the fraternity test because he broke up with me.
Oh shit. Okay, let's do that then. Let's do that. I want to do that. Yeah, I want to do that. What? I'm gonna use the Reaper. I feel like I have a better chance with the Reaper.
Sure, Your Honor.
So you can see immaculate conception.
No, Your Honor.
Have a good day. Your claim is dismissed. Here's granted.
Okay. Okay.
Thing to say. 3 years of my life.
In that case,
Baby, and it's not
3 or 5. Now I heard. Oh, I see it now. Holy shit. Okay.
Kids call me that. Both of your kids, that's not even mine. I just spent like 20 grand taking care of you and all your. That's no
Oh shit. Should I level up first or should I rush over there? I think I should level up first. What do you guys think?
Legal cases before a real judge. Plaintiffs Lee Vinnie Cook and his wife Amy Katzenberger say Lee dated the defendant, but he couldn't be happier to be married to Amy because she is the exact opposite of his ex-girlfriend. Lee claims the defendant has been in and out of jail for theft and drugs, and he's suing her today for child support, rent, and emotional distress. Defendant Katrina Tenderholt admits that she was in jail for writing bad
So
checks.
you think I should probably get the arrows first and level those up?
But she insists Lee did drugs.
I wonder if I can get the arrows and the rings, and if that could combine in some weird way.
Start with you all.
First of all, I just want to say, I did come here a couple of years ago before you, and I sued my ex-girlfriend, the defendant over here. And at the end of the case, you told me to don't be a sucker. And I just want to tell you I'm here today because I'm sucker-free. I just wanted to say that.
Okay, should I go back then? I have the Reaper now.
Basically, I have a whole new life now. I have a new wife. This is my wife, Amy, here. And today's actually our anniversary. Yeah, we celebrate our anniversary every month. Most people do it every year, but we do it every month. So she's a very lucky woman here.
All right.
Okay. And yeah, basically, I met her. We kind of have a fairy tale relationship. Most fairy tales have a horse and carriage, but ours is a bus. Because
So you were talking about, that's the Lancet you were talking about. Okay.
Wife here, she was passenger on my bus. Gosh, probably about 2 or 3 months, she was riding my bus every day, and I'd just be driving the bus, and I'd be looking in the mirror, and I'd see her in my rearview mirror. I'd keep staring at her, and I just,
Staring at her. I was driving the bus.
At red lights. And I'd just be driving the bus, and I'd be looking in the mirror, and I'd see her in my rearview mirror. I'd keep staring at her, and I just,
Staring at her. I was driving the bus.
Defendant Katrina Tenderholt is being sued by her ex-boyfriend and his new wife, who claim Katrina has a history of drug use. But Katrina insists her ex did drugs right along with her.
Go ahead. Well, after a couple months, we exchanged phone numbers, and we had our first date on my bus. Actually, in the back seat of the bus, she brought me. A nice picnic day. She brought me Subway sandwiches. We sat in the back, had a little picnic. So, basically, the best thing about my wife is she's the exact opposite of my ex-girlfriend, the defendant over here.
How so?
Well, my ex-girlfriend, the defendant over here, has been in and out of jail constantly for years now.
For what?
I'd have to look at it.
Violation, probation, burglary, theft, drugs, etc.
Dope fiend? Shit, dope fiend?
Crackhead?
Crackhead? Okay. Crackhead or something?
No, sir. I went to jail for bad checks. Yeah, I never got drug charges, nothing. I did have an addiction for a while to pills. Funny thing, he was to call me names because he didn't ride along with me.
That's why he tried to act like he didn't know.
Exactly. We did it together. I mean, obviously,
That's not true.
That's not true.
I don't take buses and do random drug tests. I can't be taking those.
Yeah.
You can't be looking in the rearview mirror while you're driving either, but you do that. Go ahead.
I had a 3-year sentence. It took me,
Probation or an action?
They put you on probation and I violated. Mostly, there was a couple dirty ways, I'm not going to lie, but there was moving, things like that. They don't play with anything. So I just decided to do my time and I went back to jail. So
when's the last time you were in trouble with the law?
It was when I went and remanded over. I went in January of 2010. Got out August 22nd, and I've been done ever since. There was no new violations. There was no
About
new
8
crimes.
months?
Yeah, there was no new crimes. There was no nothing since 2007 is when the case initially
What are you doing now?
came about. I have a new job. I was doing PCA work. My client passed away. I have a new job that I actually start tomorrow when I get back home. So it's just a laundromat, but it's better than nothing. So I'm moving to my own place. It's not the greatest, but it's mine.
Doesn't matter.
Yep, I have a car lined up to buy from my friend's mom when I get back. So I'm trying. I'm not.
That's right. Good luck to you in the future. Tell me why you're suing her for child support and
Child support, yeah, in 2007.
when she was incarcerated. I went and got full custody of our son we had together.
When did you have the son?
He was born in 2005.
Right.
I was ordered full custody at that time, and child support order was ordered at that time.
How much?
For $50 a month.
Mm-hmm. The judge knew, of course.
Oh, damn, I got the
Yes.
wrong
At that time.
things.
And that's
Wow.
what most judges do. They'll at least assess some type of minimal or nominal amount, even though a person is unemployed or imprisoned, because the assumption is when that person comes out of prison or does obtain
I'm gonna go back
employment,
and
that
every
will still have that
every level. I'm just gonna
responsibility of what they
ask for
failed to live up to
suggestions.
in the past. That's because you come home and you want to get on your feet and you're on your
Okay.
way down the right
Now
path.
I suggest garlic, but what do you guys suggest?
What about the money that this child missed?
I worked.
You gotta go back and pay that.
Makes sense. Makes
I
sense.
worked when I was in jail. I had a job, and he got more than $50 a month. As soon as I got the job, I told Vinny, I said, Vinny, I got a job. What can I do?
Yeah, I think garlic.
No,
Yeah.
what can I do? Nothing. We don't want anything. Just go pay your arrears. We don't want anything from
She
you.
tried to give us her food stamp card.
I said, that's all I had. What does he need? Milk? At least
Really?
it's something,
Dang
right?
it. Should I skip it?
Attempt to give a portion of the money, the small income that you were making in prison was what, $1 a
No,
day?
they sent it. No, I had a decent job there. It was like $1.10 an hour compared to 35 cents.
I agree. That's why folks hear me talk about prison being slavery, and that's why I encourage every young adult and older adult to avoid prison.
Okay.
Because even though you think you're out here being tough, and you out here being all this, and you think you thugged out is the thing to be, you are a fool because they're setting you up for slavery. They're setting you up for slavery. $1 an hour is one step above slavery. All right, slaves, all you all listening, you thugs.
Oh, I love
you're
that.
going to get
I
volunteer for
love
slavery.
that. So I think after I get a good, synopsis of what the boss is like, I probably have to shut it down for now. But I will be on every. Whoa! What the hell? Hold on. I just.
Cheery mom, video mom, coach mom.
That was weird. Looks like a little touch thing popped up. Anyways, yeah, but I'll be on every night midnight, and I'll probably even because I wanted to go a little bit longer tonight, but I have some stuff to do early in the morning.
All right, so while you were serving as a slave, you at least paid how much?
It was like 40%, whatever my check was.
40% of the
They got
dollar
more.
amount.
He got more than I actually got.
Spell it.
So
Okay, good enough.
Oh, okay.
She did.
Yeah,
give
we
a
did.
triangle.
Yes, I did give you
Yeah, but I'll
for
be on.
$50
Probably end up doing
for a few
another
months there when she
stream
was working while she was
midday.
incarcerated.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, this
Past the
1720
whole
I have
gosh
here,
darn thing.
that's
A real
It's
statement
getting
from
fast,
the
man.
court.
Yes.
Because that's what I have to go by now.
absolutely.
And they have assessed that the most recent amount owed is $1720 as of September of 10. So you owe that amount in child support.
Did have an addiction for a while to pills. Funny thing, he wasn't calling me names because he
Man.
didn't along with me.
That's why he tried to act like he didn't know.
Exactly. We did it together. I mean, obviously,
That's not true.
That's not true.
I take buses and do random drug tests. I can't be taking those.
Yeah, you can't be looking in the rearview mirror while you're driving either, but you do that.
Defendant Katrina Tenderhold is being sued by her ex-boyfriend.
Gosh, I love this character.
Who
He's so
claimed
fast.
Katrina has a history of drug use. But Katrina insists her ex did drugs right along with her.
Let's talk about
I
the
love
rent
that.
that you're fooling about.
When she got out of jail in 2009, around October, she came and stayed with me. I thought it would be best for my son to see his mom after a while, after she's been incarcerated. So she stayed with me, and we had a verbal agreement. She would pay $300 a month. She was supposed to stay there for about 3 months. October, November, and December of 2009, she stayed with me. In January of 2010, like the second week of January, that's when she turned herself in and went back to prison.
Hey, pass it
So
up again.
obviously, there's no way for me to get my money when she went back to jail, so I was out $1,050 in rent that she said she was going to pay me. Never did.
Okay. All right. And emotional distress is for what?
My wife will handle the emotional stress part.
Basically, she was yelling at me in the parking lot of my work, claiming that I was trying to be their son's mother.
She came to your place of employment
Yeah.
for that?
Yeah.
Or did she just happen to be there? You just happened to be there.
No, actually, they told me to meet them there to drop my son off. So,
Actually, she was supposed to be at a different location, and she was late.
What
It's
location?
an ice cream shop.
That's
We've been late
quiet.
to exchange their son.
How far was that from your place of
Maybe 5
employment?
10 minutes.
Were you there?
Yes, I was.
What were you doing at her job?
Oh, we were meeting her there. She was.
You were meeting her at the job?
We were meeting Katie over here.
At your wife's job? Your wife just lied and said you were supposed to meet her in the ice cream shop. All right, you better be quiet. You about to blow the case. Just you be quiet. Now,
I'll tell you one thing.
Tell me about the rent and then the.
Okay, I did agree to pay rent at first when I first moved in. However, it kind of turned into a relationship type of deal. We started, sleeping together. I took care of the house.
No.
Oh, yes. No, she wasn't around. It was before he met her. It was way before he met her. And that's fine. I have no problem with the relationship.
So when you start living together again and acting as mates or whatever.
Yeah, it kind of falls back into it. You don't say anything after the first payment passes and the second payment passes, and he doesn't say anything because he likes what's going on over here. You know what I mean? He's cool with that until I'm gone, and here Amy comes. Oh, and what? That's what this whole case is. It's Amy, and she. I
When
swear
was
to
it
God.
that you lived with him?
From October of 2009 till January 2010.
And then when was the last time he asked for rent money?
When he filed the suit?
Is that true, sir?
Oh, I asked her December, right around Christmas time. Oh, 2009. After she'd been with me for like 3 months.
Your counterclaim for emotional distress filed. Is that what you're getting
Yes,
to?
yes.
Tell me about it.
Okay,
They
pretty much.
deny dissipation.
Yeah,
He does,
yeah.
rather.
She does. He doesn't say anything. I've never had a child with Amy. I had a child with Vinny.
Imagínate todos tus favoritos con desayunos que creciste en casa. Ahora, imagínate que esos favoritos caben en tu mano. Sí, es justamente por eso que creamos el huevo redondo. Para pam pam pam.
From what Vinny's told me, she doesn't have custody of
Damn.
her own kids either. And I don't want to point fingers at anybody, but maybe you should handle your own situations before you talk about them.
You know, mistakes. You know nothing about
He told me, Amy.
about me.
Excuse me.
Nothing.
I
Absolutely.
know I've made mistakes, but I'm trying. I'm not expecting them to just give me my son. I don't want that. That's what he's had. That's what he's known. And we're still taking care of.
Supervise your visitation anyway.
Does the court deny you
No, I
visitation?
haven't.
Yes, Your Honor, they have actually.
When I was in jail.
Quiet, ma'am. You have the court order
I
today.
do not have that, no. But when I got full
What are the terms?
the terms are I have full custody and she's to have supervised visitation rights.
Alright.
Okay, have you granted her supervised visitation?
At first, yes, and then slowly I've been letting her take him on her own, but every time she does that, she's either late or she's not where she's supposed to be, and she's also very unstable. She's bouncing around from place to place. She doesn't have a vehicle, didn't have a job for a while. I mean, that wasn't...
So basically, you're saying if a parent of your child is poor, then they can't see the
No,
child.
that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm
Well,
saying,
that's what happens to poor people. Poor people, in many instances, have to move around. Poor people who don't have good jobs, their lives are unstable. So that being the case with her, that's all you're really saying. She shouldn't be denied the right to see her child because she's poor.
We don't deny her.
Do you want to speak, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm just
Stand up.
Katie
What's
lives
your
with
name?
me. My name is Stacy, and Katie has lived with me for the last 4 months, and her home is stable. My kids visit regularly. My roommate has kids; they stay there too. It's a family-friendly place. There's no reason for.
And ma'am, you did agree initially to pay $300 a month.
I did.
Defendant Katrina Tenderhold is being sued by her ex-boyfriend and his new wife, who claim Katrina has a history of drug use. But Katrina insists her ex did drugs right along with her.
You just assumed, sounds like, that you didn't have to pay because you were paying.
Damn.
Paying. We were in a relationship, but we knew
Why didn't you mention that? You just assume you are going to remain in a committed relationship?
No, it wasn't not.
Well, then you can't assume that you were in such a relationship that would allow you to escape your own responsibilities. So I'm going to grant his rent and his child support, and I'm going to deny your emotional distress, and I'm going to grant your emotional distress because from his own testimony, it sounds like they were playing games with your visitation rights. So that comes to what after giving her emotional distress?
2,270.
All right. Really?
Thank you. I want visitation. I don't want anything more than, right now at this point, I just want to see my son. And he wants to see me too. So.
Yeah, if you can be more stable, maybe we can work something out. It's not that you're poor or anything like
I'm not
that.
up to your standards, Vinny, obviously, and they're not even yours. If they were yours, it'd be different, because when they weren't, I could see him.
He's married now. Deal with it. That's the way it is.
Real cases before a real judge. And now, into the courtroom of judgment case. Debbie Levitt said the defendant is her niece, and Debbie feels she's headed down a destructive path. Debbie claims the defendant started drinking at age 14, entered a drug rehab program by age 16. Debbie is suing her niece for the cost of a car and a lot. Lindsay Iserman had a very rough upbringing and didn't have anyone to turn to, and she insists Debbie was never there for her. Lindsay admits that she did jail time for drunk driving and insists she has since gotten her life on track. Lindsay's countersuing for harassment. Start with you.
Your Honor, I'm really concerned about my niece Lindsay and where her life is going. Now, you, with your past, maybe have some advice for today. Lindsay grew up in a family where there was drugs and alcohol involved. Meth was one of the drugs. And we tried to reach out to Lindsay as a child, but she just always seemed to have walls around her. When she was about 13 or 14 years old, she started drinking, and then shortly after that started using drugs. And then...
Do you all know about that?
Yeah.
Right. Well, the first piece of advice, well, maybe if my mother, God bless her soul, were here, she'd give you the advice. Call the police on her.
I guess it never...
All right.
I guess we didn't need to do that.
Relatives and mothers and others who are listening, your child is engaged in criminal conduct and you can't get them to stop. You try and get them to stop. You beg, you plead, and everything else. That doesn't work. Call the police. Well, for me, I got to look up after I got to watch out my change real quick. All right. And has she gone to school, finished school?
Well, she went into a drug and alcohol treatment program when she was probably about 16 years old. She came out, lived with her sister until she finished high school because there were drugs in her home and she couldn't live there.
Mm-hmm.
Then she went to college for a few months but dropped out because of partying. And I actually have a police record here with, she got pulled over for drugs and alcohol. And took about 7 or 8 police officers to restrain her. He made a comment, and it's in the report here, where she said, this is my second DUI. I might as well just.
You're telling me, what? She might as well what?
Just keep driving until I am drunk and see how many people I can kill.
Ma'am. She admitted on the squad video that the marijuana pipe was hers. She stated that she should not have gotten behind the wheel and drove. She referred to herself as a drunk. She stated now that she has 2 DUIs, she was going to drive drunk with no license now, and that she would see how many people she kills. See why I said call the police? I didn't know she was talking and acting crazy like that. Because they endanger other people. It isn't always about them. It's about protecting people from them. It's about protecting people from having their houses burglarized by a young thug. That's why mama should call the police. So let me allow her to answer and give me some background on herself before we get to the statement that you allegedly made. Go ahead.
I did have a very rough upbringing, and because of that, it led me to make a lot of mistakes that I can't say I'm proud of. I learned, you know, it was rough. And just to note, she was not there for any of it.
I mean, was there some extenuating circumstances that caused you to go down the wrong path?
There was, very much so. I actually did not start receiving help until custody got taken from my mother. And my mother's a great person, but she was not able to raise me very well.
Okay.
And because of that, I had to grow up on my own, and I learned a lot of things the hard way.
How old were you when you allegedly told the police that and seven of them had to restrain you?
Saying that I was very messed up.
Okay, very, very drunk. And how old were you?
I was 19 years old.
Okay, all right.
I don't blame anything on my upbringing. That was a decision that I chose to make.
Okay, because I thought that's what you were doing earlier when you said you had a very troubled life coming up. Because many people do, and many of them do not engage in destructive activity once they become adults. I was brought up in the toughest housing projects in Detroit. No father. Saw him probably 6 weeks out of my life as an adolescent. Mother struggled with 4 boys. But once I got my second chance, I wasn't looking for a third one. I think.
All right.
So, I'm sorry to hear about your rough upbringing, but you need to be over that now.
Right. Just for the record, my best friend died in a car accident last January because of drinking and driving.
Yeah, this game is
I
so
have learned
different.
a lot. I think that's important to know.
Yeah.
Now to go back to this, when I received that DWI, yes, I was very low in life. I stayed in jail, and then I turned myself into an inpatient treatment program, one that was actually meant for people who kind of grew up like me, one that I could actually learn from people. After that, I decided to go into a halfway house all by my own choice, and after that, I decided to go into sober living. I stayed sober for 8 months. That was something very hard for me, and those 8 months, I learned a lot about myself. It's what needed to happen. Little to no, she had nothing to do with it. There was no support. And then I didn't really have anywhere to go, so my aunt and uncle offered to throw out a hand. They offered to let me to come live with them. They would help me get on my feet, get my license back, and maintain a job. So I moved in with them May of last year. That went well for about a month, and then it wasn't going so well.
Not this aunt.
Yes, this aunt and uncle.
You just kept referring to her as no support. You gave me no support. It was a criminal conduct, and you can't get them to stop. You beg, you plead, and everything else. That doesn't work for all the police. Get them locked up.
Defendant Lindsay Eiserman is being sued by her aunt, who claims Lindsay started drinking at age 14 and entered drug rehab by age 16.
To get back to her, man.
Can I say something? She was sober for 8 months and then she started drinking again. So that's not true that she has been having sober living.
How recent was that?
She started drinking December 31st, 2009. January 2010 is when her best friend was killed in an accident. I have a report here. She had been drinking with these girls. She chose not to get in the car with them, which was a blessing because her life could have been taken. She called us.
I'm sure you're a little resentful that she was talking about how you didn't support her and how she's received
I wish I would have taken no support over this support.
Your Honor, the car that was pulled over for being...
You know, you must be drinking. You say, and smoking something. You sound like an alcoholic and a dope fiend. Dope fiend, you sound. Yeah, you sound crazy. How you sound? Go ahead, and happen to owe her money. Go ahead.
We paid $700 for her to get her license back. We let her move in with us. We gave her a car to use. We only charged her for gas. We didn't charge her any board and room because she wanted to pay off previous college debts. She announced the night before she was moving out. My husband was like, okay, we don't want to lose her job. We will sell her the car for $1,200. This is the Uber value. It's valued at over $3,000. We told her the tires are worn. You're going to have to replace the tires by winter time. She agreed to pay $1,200, $100 a month till the car was paid off. She didn't pay anything. I would call her. We had set up that last Friday of every month she would pay us $100. I'd call and say, Lindsay, we can tell you owe us $100. Let us know if you can pay us or not. If that day's not going to work out, never a phone call. So then she calls up October 18th. Oh, the car is not working right. You sold me a piece of junk and borrowed another $300 to get it fixed. Next month, can you start paying us $100 a month? Yes, thank you so much. No, not one penny towards the car.
Young lady, what do you want to tell me about the car and the loan?
That's untrue. I have made $400 worth of payments on the card.
That was the license.
When we did this verbal agreement, when she offered to help me pay to get my license back, that was not something that she said I had to pay back.
What wasn't something?
Paying the $680 reinstatement fee. That is something my uncle offered to pay for.
Excuse me?
None of these decisions were made between her and I. And little do you know, she didn't have the job. This is my uncle and I who were going through all of this. All of the financial things were dealt through my uncle and I. She never had a voice in it until now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she does. Whatever agreement you had with your uncle, if this is his wife, you had it with her as well. It's called joint ownership of joint property. Now, everything you get from him, you've gotten it also from her. Now, let's get to your counterclaim. $500 for harassment. How has she harassed you?
By
All right,
voicemails.
guys. Tomorrow's a new day.
Have some if you'd like to hear
Today's a new day because I don't know how to, midnight tomorrow. I'll be back on. Here shortly, I'll reconfigure the schedule situation so it's feasible for everybody. But in the chat or in the comments, just let me know what times work for you fine folks so we can, kind of sink in there and get on the same wavelength there. But yeah, thanks again, guys. We're going to try it again tomorrow.